I don't know if anybody's here, but I had to go pee so bad. Hello! Hello, everybody. Aiden, welcome in, buddy. Okay. Woo! Turn that gain down just a tad, oh son. Oh! Okay. Yo, Angel, welcome in, everybody. Come on in. It's a big day. I know. Hey, oh, son. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I know that this is not my usual content, isn't it? But this is big news, baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, what's the tag? There it is. Okay, here we go. Twitter. Guys, I'm so stoked about this, dude.
Welcome to the first ever variant founder event for Midnight Society. Live at the incredible FaZe Warehouse. It took us a long time to get here. Building this incredible team, which you are all going to meet later throughout the night, the dev team for Project Moon. And we are expanding every single day. Not just expanding the team, but expanding our variant founder base, and everybody here is in that first group.
I'm not there, but I am here in spirit.
But why? Why are we here? We're here to build the next best first-person shooter, and it starts with the first snapshot. Up until this point, we've been referring that as Project Moon. But who's ready to know the final name of the game?
Just like that? What up, Sha? We're gonna be live tweeting as well.
Without further ado, let's load it up and reveal what we are building together.
Dude, what? Dead? It's not just called Dead, is it? What is it? Oh! Ah! Oh, I missed it. No. Dead drop.
Yeah, we're dropping right after this. We have PlayStation set up over there. PC PlayStation.
Beautiful.
Not actual PlayStations. To test the build, what's going to happen next is after this, we want everybody to cycle through. Play, watch each other play, talk about it, grab drinks. We're going to leave this stage, mingle with you guys, talk about it as you get off the build.
Not PlayStation, not actual PlayStations.
Let's start this process. Then we're... One last surprise. The build is just one aspect of this. Every 6 weeks, we are updating these snapshots. Not just with the playable builds, but also with the variant guide. Now, we printed a special edition of issue 1 for everybody here to go through. So now that the logo is revealed, we're going to have gift bags at the entrance. I think you all got tickets. Go there, get your hoodie, get your variant guide. Go through it, it breaks down every feature of the build, and just like the build's gonna expand every 6 weeks, so is this variant guide, chronicling, detailing, visualizing everything that this group adds to the game.
Oh, this is incredible.
So that when we get to the end of this road, we have a beautiful, fat book that just shows it all.
That's exciting.
Without
I think the digital one will be available.
Introduce Katie, who's going to take it away, and then let's get down to business.
Rob, thank you so much. It is not every day that you get to spend a Friday in beautiful LA getting to see a reveal from a triple
Katie
A
Bedford
studio.
is her
Midnight
name.
Society has done so much. Doc has done so much. Let me hear what you think about Dead Drop. Let's get loud, please.
Dead Drop, by the way, Lemon and I talked about this last time we spoke about the game, but it's a top-down extraction is what that leads to, I think.
Get to see some of these
Not actual PlayStation.
So much in Midnight Society, trying out the first snapshot of many for this game and for this roadmap. We're also going to be going throughout the crowd, getting interviews, seeing how people feel about Dead Drop, their first impressions. Make sure you look out for it, for Doc, for Midnight Society, and for all the action. Don't go anywhere.
What? I gotta wait another 45 minutes? For what? For what? For what? That's gotta be a wrong button.
Yeah, I could have used the stairs.
What? For what? I need to get my hands on this, this snapshot. No way! They wanted people co-streaming this? Dude, no shot. Hold on.
I'm gonna let you all know I'm going number 1, okay? I'm just letting you all know. Like,
Oh my god, okay.
Man's taking number one.
man.
Man's taking
This is
number
the
1.
Discord for the watch party.
Going number
Oh, sorry, hold on.
6,742.
Number 2 spot, okay? I'm
Yeah,
going for
there
the
we
number
go.
2 spot.
GG's. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah? Well, I want spot 69.
Nice.
Okay, well that is not somewhere I want to be. That's not... Hold on. What is... Let me see here. There's got to be something to this, right? No way. I need to go to the bottom here. Duran says we'll be able to download it in a second. From where? Where's the download? Hold on here. That's... Am I logged in? Okay, guys, if you... This is what's going on. 42-minute delay. Project Moon snapshots. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay, this is new to the website, by the way, this particular thing here. So the variant guide, they're probably waiting for everybody to just get through the line. There's not a ton of people that went through or went to the event, it sounded like to me. I didn't get a count on it. But the variant guide, which we will read through first, the snapshot itself will gather. We'll put these like side by side here. Check the Intercept page, Heat logo. Hope people can do events. Something like this. See y'all in a bit. Lamau. What? Follower number. Oh, does Dead Drop have? Oh, I bet they have a Twitter. Yeah, there it is. Boop. At dead drop. Has announced the name of the official of quote. I thought Project Moon is just what they were going with. Yeah, this game is probably going to become my entire personality, just so you guys know. Okay. Well, now we wait. That's all we can do, chat. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they're in. Oh, that looks much better than I expected, bro. I thought we were gonna be like white blocks, like terrible. Hey, that's the boys right there. And then we're gonna get a state of the game. Okay, so it looks like it's coming out. Okay, here we go. We're going to a different screen. Here we go. Okay, so this is the, we're just gonna, there we go. How many pages we got here? 17, okay, heard. How do you full screen in that? What is this? I would like to download this PDF, please. Yes, dude, Jesus. Okay, chat, this is it, baby. While I'm looking on this, I'm gonna go ahead and get the snapshot like starting to download. It's only 3 gigs. Not bad. When we unzip it, I'm gonna put it into my external hard drive so it'll be easier for my computer to digest. Why on earth did this open in Microsoft Edge? Whoa. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. All right. All right, boys and girls. Full variant guide. The full first variant guide. Series 0. Let's take a look. Okay, so 2020.b. 40 years into the climate wars, population and pollution levels skyrocket. Cities erect massive refiner states. Megastructures built to extract toxins from the stratosphere. Now, we knew that we were going to have these massive towers, so it's cool to know what's going on. These towers are self-governed city-states with only one export being space dust. I'm assuming it's some sort of currency. A concentrate from the refined pollutants is bricked, cut, and sold to an addicted populace of the sprawling urban cities surrounding said structure. Once government-owned facilities, the lucrative dust trade has now led to the forced occupation of the refiner states by competing factions fighting for control of the towers and the resources inside. The factions are made up of the skins and the sins. Compete against the occupying force of cleaners who operate the refiner state in a never-ending struggle for resources and gear. Ah! Cool concept. Very cool with the concept here. Okay. Together we're building, this is just about the Intercept, next AAA competitive PvPvE FPS. We're doing it openly, transparently, we knew that. Future of Dead Drop based on our feedback. So we're gonna be telling them what we like, what we don't like, and then it's going to be edited or changed from that. Hold on, let me make sure this is downloading still. Here we go. Get that out of here. It is. Okay, and it's gonna open the zip file when it's done. Okay. To do this, releasing snapshots every 6 weeks. We knew that around a specific thing. Feedback parameters around weapons, player abilities, gameplay, play spaces as well. That's crazy. Every 6 weeks. That's a massive turnaround time. Variants have exclusive access to these snapshots. We knew that. After a snapshot drops, you've had a chance to play it. We'll be holding dev roundtables online or in person and discussing the design of each feature and all the gameplay loops. Full rights to stream, create content from the early playables, so please feel free to take those screenshots, make videos, do live streams, or create any other content you'd like from the build or from the variant guide. Just as the game will continue to grow, so will this variant guide. So they're just adding to this document, which is very cool. So welcome to day 0. We'll see each other in the hideout. So let's see what we're working on. We know that. We know this. This is just kind of a future game development thing. We know that. This is the team and their variants. I thought that said Nicolas Cage. Kind of disappointed now that it doesn't. All right, let's see here. So ARG, recap of CC.protocol and identifying variants. The Claws Combat Protocol, or the CC protocol, was a training simulation driven by the Midnight Protocol. Beginning at 12 a.m. on January 1, 2022, the access panel of Midnight Society was hacked and repeatedly updated with clues leading Claws through detailed combat scenarios requiring cooperation, tactical thinking, and strategic decision-making. The first 500 Claws to complete the CC.protocol earned their variant status instantly. I missed that, I guess. I was not familiar that that happened, but that did happen. This is, again, a roadmap. So this is what the variants are. During the wars, urban areas were uninhabitable without the assistance of helmets fitted with the advanced filtration systems. Cool. These discarded helmets were retrofitted and fully kitted out with unique displays known as visor cortex. The subculture of combatants became known as variants, each identified by their one-of-a-kind design and anonymous call sign. The existence is the expanse of the Midnight Society, the totality of every claw, variant, ember, eyes, and their individual contributions to the universe that encompass Dead Drop. With every new member, the existence expands, and only together will it survive. This is so insanely cool. That's a phone wallpaper, without question. I love the wallpapers. The hideout. Every claw needs a base of operations hidden throughout the urban sprawl surrounding the refiner states, which are the towers. These hideouts provide a place for claws to display and train with their best gear. The weapons bench, armory, and garage showcase the choice of pieces of your inventory. Take out your favorite weaponry for a test spin in the several firing ranges throughout the hideout. So these hideouts and the hideout will be expanding over time, adding different weapons, different gear, different like firing ranges for us to use. I'm very excited to see like today's. Actually, it's in the middle of downloading, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hold on, it may be done downloading. Nope. Is this it? My disk is full? Excuse me? It is full. Oh my god. Steam. Oh god, I've got to delete something. My What the heck? How big is this? Oh, I'm in shambles. Delete it all. Oh, chat, I am in shambles. There we go. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. How big is this? Okay. Delete that. 3 gigs. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here we go. How big is the download? It's only 3 gigs. Like, my disc was hard full. Now it's 20, like the snapshot itself is 20 gigs, just for reference. But, well, they said you needed 20 gigs of space, so. And it's not big enough. Why do I have an Xbox games folder? Where's my recycling bin? Oh, I wasn't prepared, chat. Jesus. Empty. All of it. Oh my god, I had so much. I had so much in here. There's literally like 8 gigs worth of junk. Yes, Dylan, welcome back in, buddy. Okay. Here we go. Listen, I'm moving this over here so I can see it. Where's the download happening? Where did it move to? Good grief. Good grief. Show all, actually. We're going to cancel that one. Sorry about that, chat. Okay, let's get back to this. Firing range. Put your weapons to the test. The first snapshot offers variants several different firing range experiences. Each range puts a unique skill to the test and allows variants to challenge their ability with any weapon in their arsenal. Starting with the first interior range, variants learn the basic mechanics of their weapon against static wooden targets. Moving into the expansive exterior, medium to long range targets present an increased challenge that require combatants to properly lead moving targets to maximize their score. Finally, the range located at the bottom of the exterior pushes variants, reaction speeds, pressure-sensitive plates, triggering targets as you move through the range. This is absolutely incredible. I love that this is happening right now. There we go. Perfect. On it, chat. So I'm very excited about this because you got to think, right? We're getting 3 different ranges, essentially, that we get to test this AR with. This is super... I'm on my way. Come on! Let's go, Lemon. Chat, by the way, I love each and every one of your beautiful faces. Make sure you like the stream if you are coming in. I appreciate you being here. We're going to keep going. Is that the end? No, it's not the end. Okay, this is the behind the scenes. We saw some of this. Like, we saw this picture. So you push the button. There's going to be a timer here. Cool. And moving target. Something I did want to touch on this, right? So it says that... properly lead moving targets. So it tells me that odds are we're going to be seeing a lot of like bullet velocity situations that we're going to have to take like note of. This is going to be a much more quote unquote realistic style game. That's what it sounds like to me. Obviously we'll know once we get our hands on the snapshot. Another code, bro. I don't know. Someone much smarter than me is going to crack that. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. Actually, it may be. You know what? I'm not doing that right now. We may do that later. So okay. So this is like the appendix. So it gives you like what all of these things are. Raise his hand. Lemon. You. So a sin is slang for a synthetic combatant of any faction. There is our VE. Skins are the VP. So player versus player, which is the skins, versus everything, which is the sins. Very cool. Realistic, in-depth, very excited about it. It's 4 a.m. Good grief, that's early. How long are you going to be streaming? Probably till midnight, so 10, 11, 12, at least 4 hours. At least 4 hours. They really, Doc and his team, this is an amazing picture. Doc and his team have really thought this through. That's the back of the variant guide. Have really thought this through. I'm very excited about it. There may be some other hints in here, so let's take a look at some of these, right? So the claws are a mercenary that takes contracts or gigs within refiner states for personal gain or on behalf of another. Cleaners are operators of the refiner states, so they actually get the dust and refine the dust. The climate wars is what's caused this. The codex operandi is a cipher developed by the variants for cryptic communications between the factions, which is this. Embers are weapon manufacturers, modders, and crafters for hire. The existence is all of Midnight Society. Eyes, guild leadership. So eyes are like guild lords, guild masters. The refiner states are the towers. So the city states that are in the tower are refiner states. The space dust is the drug. Variant is the highly exclusive subculture of claws within the Midnight Society. The vertical extraction shooter, VES, is a term used by claws to describe combat within these states, and a sector is a large self-contained area of the refiner state which operate independently from other areas of the tower. This is going to be the best game of all time. Is that maybe a little too early to say? But this game is going to absolutely knock our socks off. I just know it. I'm gonna put this game on. I've got a secondary SSD that I'm gonna throw this at once it gets in. That way I have everything that I need for it here. Full patch notes here. Oh. So not only did we get a variant guide, which outlines everything about the game itself, we also got a patch note guide for Snapshot CL 1859, which is this one. So let's just kind of go through these. I did want to, this is just saying about the build itself, which we covered in the last video. There will be, this build represents 1,859 check-ins from the Dead Drop team from March 1st to July 26th, which was 3 days ago. The focus of this build was to establish the foundation of core player movement, weapon systems, and to introduce an environment in which to test the first weapon. Ha! Thank you, Immortal, for the subscription. Scares me every time. Gah! Thank you. Welcome to the fam. I appreciate you being here. Probably a variant. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Variants can download the most current snapshot, which is what we're doing currently from their profile page. Already did. Listen to this. The minimum requirements for this build. Insane. These are crazy when you look at other nah. When you're looking at other AAA title minimum requirements, this thing is out of this world. So one of the, I can't remember who it was, one of the main head developers of the game did mention that the reason and how they came up with these minimum requirements is because they've only tested it on their development rigs. So they only have, so like the lowest rig that they've got is this in their studio. My system technically is a better than this, but I've seen a lot of systems on like Twitter and stuff. By the way, chat, thank you so much for being here. Love each and every one of your beautiful faces. Make sure you like the stream because it helps push it out to more people. I like it a whole lot. YouTube likes it a whole lot. And subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing a lot of Midnight Society content. And of course we do Destiny content also. So thank you guys so much. Smash that like button because it would help me out a whole lot.
Hello, everybody. We are on the
Was it
floor
ready for this?
right now at the Dead Drop reveal alongside Tom, who's gotten a chance to try out the game. And
Hi, I'm Other PC
Systems.
Systems.
What is it like to be here for
LOL.
this?
I mean, this is amazing. The amount of people that showed up for this, the fact that they've got a playable build here for everyone to try out and give like the responses to the dev team about what they felt. Like nobody else is doing anything like this. It's just so refreshing to see in the gaming space that a company's taking
I totally agree,
to
Tom.
do something like this.
Now, you mentioned this to me off screen, but I want you to say it again. How did you feel when
You're gonna
you
be playing
first sat
D2.
down
Not
with
tonight,
the
Dylan.
game? Were you
All about
surprised?
Midnight Society
what were you expecting
tonight.
And what did you get?
Okay, so this is the first playable build that they've let anybody see or play, and it looks amazing. Like the art style, the graphics, it is top notch, and this is literally the first time they've let anybody see it or touch it. So just for the dev team to be this far along so early, it's crazy. Like just imagine what it's
If
gonna
this
look
game
like
has
when the
bad
game's
audio,
actually
I
done.
swear to God.
Now, I gotta ask, we get the reveal, right? I mean, something like a name reveal from a brand new AAA studio, that's a big deal. What do you think of Dead Drop?
Dead Drop, guys. So that's the official name that Midnight Society dropped today. And I mean, there was goosebumps through the whole building. Dead Drop. Like, they've got a good name, a good studio, good dev team. They're gonna do
Great
big
logo,
things.
also.
I believe it.
Fantastic
Certainly
mark.
They will. All right. What else have you explored? Have you gotten to tour the whole building yet? What are you looking forward to?
I have not seen anything yet.
So,
I'm trying to walk
from-
around, meet people.
I
meet
really wish
other,
I was here.
fellow
I really do.
founders,
I just couldn't make it work
talk
for me
to
this
Doc a
time. I
little
know
bit.
Lemon does too.
Just gonna have a good time.
Awesome, Tom. Thank
You
you
raised
so
your
much,
hand,
and
Lemon.
go have fun. Have a
I don't
good time.
I don't remember why.
All right, Russ.
Come on, Russ.
All right, we picked
What was I
up
saying?
another
Oh,
one. This is
from a
Ross
marketing
from
standpoint,
How do
this
you feel
mark
being one of the founders
is
at the first
so
ever founders event
good.
for Midnight Society?
It's so good. I'm so excited to see the merch from this, the logos on all kinds of different things, the wallpapers, the variants. They've made this a really marketable platform, well above and beyond most games do. I mean, you're talking like Call of Duty's Ghost character for the whole game logo. Like this is already incredibly iconic of like a mark.
The drop looks amazing. The lighting looks amazing. The pacing looks amazing. I'm really hyped for this.
What were you expecting from this event? I mean, did you expect a name like that? How has the whole experience been
Hell
so far?
yeah.
I feel like the event right now, I really didn't expect this many people to come over. I thought it was going to be around a few 200, but it seems like there's thousands of people here just really wanting to play this game.
Awesome, Russ. Thank you so much, and go enjoy the rest of your night at the
Yes.
Drop reveal. We will be back throughout the night with even more interviews as everyone gets their chance to get their hands on the game.
Sorry,
and listen
Twitch.
to the devs from Midnight Society as they continue to talk more about their plans for Dead Drop.
My bad. Turn that down, actually. Okay. Beautiful. Dude, I'm so excited. So excited, so excited. Okay, let's get back into these patch notes, okay? What, is there no, there's, hello? No music? Oh, we'll turn it on in a second. Okay, let's talk these patch notes one more time. So this is the first snapshot patch notes, snapshot CL 1859. And that 1859, in case you missed it, was from the fact that 1,859 check-ins from the Dead Drop team from March 1st to July 26th, which was just 3 days ago. So this build, I mean, is super fresh. The focus of this one is to establish the core player movement, weapon systems, and introduce the environment in which we first test weapons, which is the Hideout. In addition, this snapshot marks the beginning of authentication, profile, account, dedicated server support, and code to support future Dead Drop multiplayer functionality. This is a stress test. An absolute stress test, and I can't wait. So again, let's talk minimum requirements. We talked about it just a second ago, but these are absolutely nutty for any AAA title. My system is a little bit better than this, but there are other systems that I've seen on Twitter, and the guys are like, hey, please play it anyway. And getting into Windows 10 is pretty, I mean, that's pretty obvious. A 4.2 gigahertz i7 7700K, which is not crazy. That's not an absolutely outlandish CPU to ask for. It's fairly old at this point. But here's the deal, and you're absolutely right, Andrew. It has a 32 gigabyte RAM minimum requirement. Talking to some of the devs on Twitter, seeing what they say, the reason that 32 gig RAM like minimum is so high, and it seems so high for us, is because they're running this on dev systems. Like their development systems have at least 32 gigs of RAM. They have to operate effectively. Have to have 20 gigs available of storage, of hard disk drive space. So it looks like I don't need to put it on my SSD. That's kind of an odd requirement. And an NVIDIA GTX 1080, which is like an old card. Like that's, I've got a 2060 Super in mine. Be more than capable of this. Yeah, Warzone 200 gigs is a mad true statement for like per update, not just all of it. Crazy. 32 gigs of RAM and only 20 gigs of storage. Sketchy. Boss, I don't think that's sketchy so much as that it is a developmental build. And kind of what I said earlier, looking at what some of these developers have said online, you're talking about a major system like requirement only because they all use developmental systems. So they use systems that they are using to develop this game. They haven't tested it on anything lower than 32 gigs. That's what we're for. And so mine's got 32 gigs in it, but they want people who have less than 32 gigs to play it. They specifically said it on Twitter. What did I miss? You've missed the naming of Midnight Society's Project Moon. Dead Drop. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Papa, welcome in. Can't play on my 1070. Feels bad. I'm glad you decided to hop in, brother. Good hanging out and talking with you today at work. Delete Warzone, you can download full Steam. That's hilarious and true. Oh, okay, looks like my my zip's downloaded here. Okay, let me show you what this, hold on. Let me extract it first and then we'll go from here. Yeah, we'll do this. Dead drop. Okay, we'll put it in here. Okay, that's going to take a minute. Okay. Let me get this back. Up. That's the wrong. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry. Let me catch up real quick. Dead drop got me bricked up, know what I'm saying? I told you I would, broski. I appreciate you, bro. By the way, chat, I appreciate y'all coming in and coming through. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like the video. It really helps put out this video to more people. If you have specific questions or things you want me to look at or do, I'll be more than happy to do that. Near, thank God I have 32 gigs. I am glad that you do, but again, guys, this is a stress test for this game. They want people that have, quote unquote, less than minimum systems to do this. They want people that don't have these requirements to play. They said it multiple times on Twitter. That way they can really see how optimized their game currently is and how they need to address things like that in the future. The environment. Player Hideout's a large interconnected space that will act as a pregame lobby for players. Think, of any pregame, Warzone, PUBG, fork knife, whatever. It will have a weapons bench, a spawn location for the weapons in the build, passage A, which I'm assuming is a hallway. Interior range, so the firing range that we talked about. Passage B, hallway, into the exterior range, which is a populated with wooden targets, slightly emissive texture to increase visibility in stormy conditions. The range contains a single time trial where targets can be engaged at medium to long ranges. This is the one that we're testing like bullet velocities and things like that. Are you going to play on stream? I sure am. I'm about to, actually. Did they give the release date at any point? No, they did say they're going to put out snapshots every 6 weeks, but they have not, to my knowledge, given a release date in full. I've seen someone play Genshin on a calculator. That's hilarious. I need to see that. Maybe not looking good on PlayStation. There's no way that they don't bring this to console, but it will definitely be like later, at a later date. 32 gigs is for devs. Yes, running a debugger in the background. And they're working in, yes, UE5, which is crazy demanding. It's great, as it should be. Like, it's great. Hashtag dev stuff. Facts. 5 minutes, I hope it's not just a PC game. It will inevitably come to those consoles because it gives actually snapshot builds to those consoles. Do I still have it pulled up? Yeah, so here, you guys can see snapshots will be available on consoles, which is mad. Like, that is absolutely mad that's a thing. It's crazy to me. PS5 is actually, here's the thing that you guys got to think about too when it comes to the consoles. They're, as of right now, stronger than most PCs. They are incredibly powerful. Okay, back to this. There is also a lower exterior range populated with early Sin protos. These primitive Android husks have been repurposed into target dummies and no longer contain memory cores. So, feel good about it. And a vista, a large overlook of the city. Dude, I can't believe they're this far along. I cannot believe they're this far along. Weapons, classified. Rifle. The first AR weapon class is yet to be named. That's kind of cool. It features 2 firing modes, I'm assuming a burst or a single shot, one of those two, which can be toggled at any time. An embedded ammo counter shows an accurate count of existing ammo within the magazine. I wonder what the HUD, or if there is a HUD, what that's going to look like. Single shot, full auto. The weapon is designed to be capable of all ranges of engagement and distances. However, it's restricted to iron sights, which may make target acquisition at long distances more difficult. I wonder if that's going to change later. Player abilities right now are basic movement abilities. Is there a demo to download? Yes, PC demo. The PC snapshot is out. What kind of game is it? I'm kind of just coming into the stream now. Welcome in, Kazi. Well, I appreciate you being here. Is anyone able to download this on PC? I have it right now. It's sitting over here. Please, yes, download it. Absolutely. I'll check back in a bit. Bet, Papa. Yes, download it right now. After you like the stream and subscribe to the channel, silly. Controls, mouse and keyboard, fully supported, and there is limited support on controller already, which is kind of, I thought they said they weren't going to do that. Go to your Midnight Society profile page right here. So, and you'll go to like your profile page, scroll down, and there is you're in the Visor Cortex database normally. Go over to Dead Drop Snapshots and download right there. Right there. Does it have crossplay and free? It will be free to play for everybody. Crossplay, I don't think they've said yet. I do not think they've said yet. Toggle has been added to both sprint and ADS to assist players with limited motor functions. Massive W from Doc here. Players, can change resolution. Players can change resolutions, windowed state, toggle on and off frame rate counter, and adjust sensitivity and VSync settings. Dedicated servers. Boom. Phased hideouts. Boom. Authentication. Boom. Very excited about all these things. The ability to host many hideouts on a single dedicated server and limiting the visibility of other players unless invited to that hideout. Support, can we do this? Will there be multiplayer already? Limited, I will test that. Support for networked player hideouts was added. It's not active in this snapshot. Okay, it will be enabled once multiplayer functionality is added, so it's not here yet. Good to know. That's patch notes. Let's get into this game, huh? Thoughts? Who wants to see it? Okay, let's do this. Oh my goodness, I've got too many damn computers. Too many, not computers, monitors. Okay, this is what came in the build. This is incredibly bright. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's check this out. Engine, the binaries. Okay, this is way. Let's just start clicking stuff. I'm just kidding. Don't do this. Moon, this is just. Yeah, that's good stuff. This is it though. Moon. Do you want to run this file? I do. So these are things that I know nothing about. If you're a developer in the game, boom, get in there, do your thing. But here, ladies and gentlemen, the first look official of the drop snapshot numero uno. Immediately you can, I'm getting delay in audio. Let's go full screen. Let's do a 1080. This thing can go up to 4K, okay? But let's do 1080. VSync, show FPS. We're gonna keep this here. Probably just gonna put it on high for now. You're gonna have to help me with the audio because it's hella loud in my ear. So I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, here we go. So, oh, this is, let's try borderless window. I felt my RAM pain. Cam frozen. Okay, hold on. Let it catch up. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Hilarious. Ah. Let's do it then, huh? Okay, we're just gonna have to do it windowed and deal with the repercussions. Put everything on max. Let's see if this crashes. We are gonna do windowed though, just for my. Oh, there is a mad delay. Y'all, hold on. Let's take a look, huh? It's fixed now. Fixed. Dude, this is, woo, bugging. Y'all, this game is, oh my God. Hellacious. Woo-wee. Oh man. Sheesh. Okay, I think we're good. Let me open widget. Woo-wee, chat. Golly. We're chug-a-lugging along here. Not responding? Okay, here we go. Woo! I think we're okay. I'm gonna pull this up over here. Man, that's running hot. Okay. Okay, let's shoot something, shall we? You are now logged in. Okay, I'm logged in. Oh, it crashed. There she goes, just like that. Just like that. Oh, boy. Woo-wee. Yo, I can hear it, too. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It is so loud. Dude, my computer is screaming. Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's nuts. Yeah, my woo-wee. Woo-wee, chat. Let's go, baby. Let's get in and shoot something, huh? Okay, so that keeps happening. God! I would like. It literally will not let me full screen it. Rocking 30 frames. What exactly is the problem here? Dude, I am not sure. Okay, here we go. Bro, my system getting 10 frames. Holy. Oh my God. Y'all. Goodness. Okay, so I've got a 3700X. No, I'm sorry. I have a 3600X, a 2060 Super, and 32 gigs of really fast RAM. I don't remember the speeds off the bat. Oh man, I'm gonna pull this down to 720. And keep. Okay, I pulled it down to 720, and we're now at 13 frames. By the way, this looks much better than I expected. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys can see this. Really could use some mod assistance here. BT dubs. Oh, pinned it. Cool. Oh my God, bro. What is happening? My computer is just crashing. Holy. Goodness. Good God. I appreciate that, Gary. Thank you. Good grief. Wow. Okay, I think we're like back to live again. me. Oh my God. My computer is on fire. I won't be able to stream this. Okay, hold on here. Let me do this. Take that. We are going to make this just as bare bones as possible here. We're going to take all of this stuff off, including that. And that goes. And let's do this. She said, not today, bro. And let's remove that. We're gonna, okay, I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna load it back up and see. But this is the, this is nuts. The amount of like load that just put my PC through is crazy. Okay, and let me do this. So 3600X, NVIDIA 2060 Super, 32 gig RAM. I mean, that's all you need to know, right? Replace pin message. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try to load this thing up once more and see if this absolutely crashes my stuff again. Here we go. This is why this is good, though. This is not like a bad thing. I know I saw that. Thank you. I needed your help a second ago. I appreciate you being here now. I'm going to put this out here. Good night. We may just have to play like a little bitty version. Where's 1080? Okay, let's go up to 1080. Okay, let's do 1440. This thing is going to be ridiculous. Let's just do this, though. We're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it here. She said, nope. Everything seems good now. Okay, sweet. Everything looks good on my end now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Top of the mountain, and we're only halfway up, baby. Okay, I need to increase my look sensitivity. Can I do halves? Okay, it will let you do halves on the look sensitivity. That's much better. Okay. Pick up the gun. There's no rebinding keys. Turn this into old school Minecraft. Nice. Okay, so it's a toggle. It's a toggle ADS system. It's a toggle ADS system by default. Excuse me? Okay, space, obviously jump. Can you crouch? Yeah, it's a toggle crouch system as well. Still stuttering. Golly, dude. Oh my God. Holy, what is that? That's incredible. Up here. It's so OBS is just struggle busing. We gotta take that out. This is as bare bones as I can get right here, chat. Okay, there's a button. I need higher. Let's put this on like a 3. Much better. What is this? That's a power button? Okay. The audio is great, by the way. Wow. Logan, will you take care of that, please? Okay, dude. Reload animations. I will do it myself. There we go. I'm still stuttering like an absolute madman. Cool. Okay. That's interesting. Dude, people are just dumb. Is that auto? It does not. This game is going to be phenomenal. Oh my god, you can sprint! Is there sliding? No sliding. Okay, that's interesting. Can sprint up the stairs. Got down to 8 frames. Oh! Oh my god, you guys have to see this. Oh no, I'm so upset. Oh my god. Holy crap, bro. That is so hard on your system. I need to get... If my system can't run that, I know that so many people's won't be able to. I'm hoping that this has fixed it. Okay, so here's the deal. Wow. Okay. Stream isn't laggy anymore. Okay, good deal. I'm glad that that's like solved itself. That game, because game is not fair. It's not a game yet. That snapshot is so hard on my computer that I cannot stream it in a 1080p format. And I can't just swap it in OBS. So I'm gonna put out some recorded content from it for sure. But I cannot play it on stream right now. Wow. Wowee. Maybe if I take it down to a 720, we may be able to do something like that. I will try that tomorrow. Okay, I think that's fine. Everything else seems fine. Oh my goodness, chat. Let's check out Twitter and see how everybody else is doing here. It's 9:42 here. Let's see if the purple platform strikes again, chat. 2, 5, 8, 0, 6, 0, 7. Okay, so hold on, let me get down here. How much RAM do you have? 32 gigs.
Spencer. I'm a Bug Spencer.
He's about to call me.
See what he's up to.
My guy.
Hello, Spencer.
Is your computer letting you like play that game and stream at the same time?
Okay, so
that's a no.
That's actually a very interesting question. I'm at the start menu. I haven't continued from here yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you pulled back up. I just got off of your stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me get you.
Yeah, so I am at the start menu right now. I was able to successfully log in, which that took a little bit to figure out.
Yeah.
Hold
on.
I have
just a second. Give me.
You're good. You're good.
Honest opinion on the respawn chair, bro. So I sell furniture for a living. This chair for dollar is the best gaming chair on the market. I'm not sponsored. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like nothing like that. I would like to be one day just because I believe in their product so much. But this is the single best gaming chair that you can buy for the money. Promise.
Chad, okay. I'm so fucking excited.
I can feel your PC pain screaming from here. Bro, it is putting off hellacious heat right now.
Okay, so what are you running into? What are you running into?
So as soon as I, first of all, thank you, Twitch. As soon as I like go in, like to the game.
Yep.
First of all, I'm getting like 7 frames. Okay.
Okay.
It's really not that bad. It was about 25 on 1440. You can, the lowest setting like profile you can go is high, which is, I mean, I get it.
Right.
And it would, OBS is just taking up too much power on my system to do anything. And so I think that's what's happening.
What are you running for the source for the game? Are you doing game capture, window capture, or?
Yeah, window or display capture, monitor capture.
Okay, stop doing monitor capture, do game capture.
This game, is it catching it?
Yes.
I just assumed it wouldn't catch it yet.
Mine is currently running through game capture, and it made OBS calm the fuck down a little bit. Like, there are still little hitches here and there, don't get me wrong, but it definitely started calming down at least a little bit.
Are you running 720 or 1080 on stream?
I'm going to start. Okay, so I am running 1080 and then squishing it down to 720 for the actual stream itself. So like I'm capturing in 1080, but it's compressing it to 720 for stream.
Let's see if this will grab. Dang,
Damn, this
yeah,
game is
dang is
loud.
correct, bro.
This game
Yeah,
is
the game's
loud, and
as
I do
fuck.
not see an audio thing here.
There's not one, mate. Good luck.
All right, sound mixer.
Okay, my game capture.
Bring that down to 30.
Let's do
All right, let me go ahead and try to enter and see what happens.
Fit to screen. Okay, chat. Oh, holy hell.
Let us see what occurs.
Holy shit. Are we good still? Can you guys see? My. Okay. I think we're still good. Cheers, mate. Was looking at them compared to other luxury chairs, normal, AK. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't buy a racing chair for gaming.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Hey. What do you mean by that?
They're terrible.
Trying
for
to
your
come
back.
at me? So I am at very sporadically 40 to like 90 to 133.
Okay, which I'm rocking a solid 22, but I'm also not compressing anything. Like I am on ultra low latency. I'm at 1080.
Right.
All that stuff. So it's just to be expected. I'm peaking at like 25.
Let's see what happens if I do full screen.
I'm stuttering like a son of a bitch.
Wait, what just happened? Hold on. Shit. Bryakin rating with 5 people.
Yo, what's up,
Hello,
Colin?
everybody. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for the raid, my guy. I appreciate it.
At the bar, but unplugged in. Appreciate you, Austin. When do you stream again? Probably tomorrow night. I say that, but with I may
that looks
just
cool.
I may not and just put content out for this.
Okay, so there is definitely. Let me see here.
Okay, I don't think I'm lagging anymore.
Windows.
30 frames, baby! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Okay, let's get in here and do this again. I have one. It's bad. Yeah, it's terrible for your back, bro. Don't do it. Spend like $2 or $3.99, whatever it is for this, and buy this.
All right, chat. I am going to try this in my monitor's native resolution, so I apologize if it ends up looking a little bit squished, but I am doing this for testing purposes as well, because I have a what is it? Wide format? Is that what it's called? Yeah, wide format. Yeah.
Oh, baby, baby, baby!
Fix the picture. It's whack, Chief. I hate to tell you, but this is what happens when you're testing an early build.
Oh, hey, bro, what's up, Conan? By the way, speaking of early build, I know you and I talked about this the other day. The fact that this looks like this and we're not shooting white blocks is beyond me.
Right. No, I 100% fully expected like AIM Labs grayscale blocks to be kind of messing around with. Let me see here.
Okay, that, by the way, for the record,
Settings.
6 on the look sensitivity, way too high for you, boy. Way too high for you, boy.
I'm gonna try 0.7. Let's see what happens when you apply VSync.
Good luck on 0.7 once you're ADS.
All right, well, let's
You gotta be
see.
running
Pick
8
up.
billion DPI.
Oh my god. Ah! Actually, very strangely, it's almost like... Okay, let's see here. It's almost like the initial aim down sight is slower, but then it like catches up.
It feels like there's
1.2.
acceleration,
Right.
which I'm not vibing with. I
So
think
you
this
know
is probably, if I were to guess, a just thing that's not in the game yet. Because like I can sprint.
Right.
I also can't slide. I would be very surprised if I can't slide in the final build. I can't rebind keys, obviously. Like
Right. This is 100% just go shoot these targets.
But like all of these things are interactable. Like I can shoot the boxes.
Yeah, so from initial impressions of this right here, it seems to me that there is like half sensitivity when aimed down sight.
Yeah,
is what it looks like it's happening.
It's drastic.
Which it's not a terrible thing, but like
this game is gorgeous.
Wow.
And it's a build. It's stunning.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, this was a lot more than I was expecting, honestly.
There's your tower, baby. By the way, and I need to say this because I know. What is that in a snapshot build of the game? Oh my god, the audio is amazing. It sounds so good. I'm not obviously like I can't hear footsteps or anything. There's nothing happening around me, but I'm talking just audio design. Lemon, this is amazing. What's this
Honestly,
game supposed
just a little
to be?
bit that I'm hearing.
This, my friend, Street, welcome into the chat, by the way, is Midnight Society's first game, Project Moon, now known officially Dead Drop, baby. And it sounds beautiful. It looks so good.
I was trying to predict when you were about to say it, but you kept on hyping it up, and it just.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Frames dropping hard. Mad facts, my boy. Mad facts. Just kind of walking around. This is amazing.
Yeah, I am not a fan of the current massive deceleration of aim sensitivity, but that's, that's all right. Let's see here. Let's bring the sensitivity down to 0.9. Let's see what we can do with that.
Caesar said next slide, please. I know, bro. I'm gonna have to go get a
Already getting 2080 cyberpunk vibes. Well, it's kind of like that. Okay, so let me pull something up real quick. So we can look at it.
Okay. I think that's the state of the game. Okay. Hold on, chat. We're going back to state of the game here.
People get to see what we've been working on behind this.
Hold on, guys.
Each time.
I'm fixing it.
Well, that's serious.
Again, it is going to look a little bit squished for you guys. I do apologize about that, but part of the reason for that is because I am running off of a 2080.
There's a lot happening right now inside.
Or not a 2080. I'm running off of a wide format monitor, and so far this build.
There's also excitement because we're all here together. But when I really think about what this process is going to be like, every 6 weeks of dev time, where us as a team, we get together, what do we want to make? We're going to get better. This is just the beginning. We're learning together.
Not bad for an alpha.
Well.
It's super
we're forming
alpha.
Our relationships, and I love to see not just us, but everyone here. We're all forming relationships too. How many people that I've been able to talk to and learn names just tonight, and I've seen other people here get to know other.
Thank you.
Here, other variants, exchanging variant names. What's your attributes? What is your
Shot
variant
48.
look like?
I know, bro.
People that are making friends right here at this event. So for me, that is like the most exciting thing because I've done plenty of games in development where you go dark and then you hope you have something at the end that people really like. And here we're flipping on its head. And that's why we decided to create and found Midnight Society.
This is incredible.
So that we could all be here together in this room and to learn from each other. You guys get to play it and tell us what you like, what you don't like. And I've said this to a few of you, don't blow sunshine up at us, Tell us if you don't like something.
Not going to. Don't worry about it.
Get better if you're just telling us that something's always great. So for me, that's one of the most exciting things about.
Would be cool if Doc was out of character for this. I totally agree. And I don't want like to hear Guy talk, but and also I think Dr. Disrespect is so tied to this project. It's almost a requirement.
That's a really crucial point that you just touched on, right? This group, need to be the most critical people of this game before we finish it, right?
Absolutely, and
Before
we
it
will
gets
be. I can almost
outside of
assure you.
This inner circle of the greater populace of gaming, we are the ones who need to beat it up. We are the ones that need to hold it to task, right? Because so many of us have been in that situation where we are emotionally invested in the game and it's just not hitting the mark for us,
Yeah.
right? For whatever reason. But there's nothing we can do about it. We're doing this because now there is something we can do about it.
Absolutely.
And it's only gonna work if we all call bullshit when there's bullshit. If we all point it out when something's not working, right? Because everybody in this room, you flew here, you drove here, you walked here, you waited
I agree,
in the
901.
sun for hours. We did that because we all have a common passion for getting this right. Because
Facts.
we want something to play, we want something to love. And so that's the focus.
Is there a
What
storyline?
we are doing here.
There
It's
is an
like
underlying
making sure
lore to
that we're
everything.
getting it
I don't
right
know if
because
there's like
it's
a
on
campaign
us.
mode or
It's
will
not
be.
just on us, right? It's on all of us to make sure we're identifying the things that matter and iterating on them.
But
So
there
I
is
love
like
that.
a
That's something that's great
dystopian
that Rob said is when he's saying
story
us,
behind
he does
everything.
not mean us. He does not just mean, Praz or Ryan or Sumit. Sumit's a tough critic. We all know Doc. He's a critic, right? Right? I mean, he's thirsty. He's so thirsty for something new in the industry, right? He's Midnight Society's biggest fan. I mean, look at him, right? He wants something fresh too. So we are our tough critics, but we need all of you to be tough critics as well. Because we
Don't
don't
you
just want to
worry,
make another
buddy.
cookie cutter kind of game. Another shooter that is just going to fade away into foreverness, right? So that's why all of us are tough critics, but we
Lemon's
need
been
you all to
quiet
be
for a
tough
long
critics
time.
too.
Yeah. And so this first snapshot, what we are focused on now is introducing the first weapon, introducing the first player hideout. That player hideout's going to grow over time. If you've had a chance to play it, I'm sure you've noticed there's a lot of locked doors in there.
Yeah.
There's a few open ones. There's a lot of locked doors, right? The conversations we need to go home and have tonight is where does that expand to? What is behind those doors? What do we want to see in this player hideout, which is essentially our pregame lobby, right? When we head into that tower and come back out and we're breaking down our loot, we're doing all of that, right? What do we want to do? What are the spaces we want to have available?
This is gonna be the
Those
greatest
are the
game of all time.
discussions we want to have. Speaking of the first weapon, Praz, you want to talk about the weapon a little bit? Is it on?
Hello?
I have one that works.
Test.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, the first weapon is the X1 rifle. It's,
The X1.
First of many to come. And, no one else more to
Yeah,
say.
no, I got you. So,
That's it. That's all Praz got to say about that.
Hey, Praz made it, so give him a break.
Yeah, let's talk about what did we want, what was important for us to capture in this
Yeah, it
first
does look
snapshot
faster, and I think
that
you're right.
relates to the feedback
I think it's
that
just
we
because of
want
the
in.
like my system is struggle busing.
Okay. So I think typically, this is kind of an interesting thought I had about studios in general. Typically, there's this relationship. I'm an engineer, right? So typically,
Speak into the...
hello. Is that better?
There we go.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, this is how we make this work. Thanks, guys. So typically you have this relationship with engineers and designers, right, where you have a spec for a game, it's supposed to look a certain way, do a certain thing, these are the mechanics, right? Engineer makes certain things that the designer can use to basically fulfill that spec, like live up to exactly how the game is designed. For us, that doesn't really exist yet. We're still trying to figure
Yeah,
it out.
true.
We're figuring it
It's
out.
a
You guys
hard
help
thing
us
for
figure
them
that
to have to figure
So
out,
I
bro.
think the challenge with the systems that's really interesting.
A lot of like.
How long have I been deafened?
I'm not just making things
You've been
for
deafened
Praz
for
to
quite
use
a
to make
quite a
very
while.
specific,
Great.
preconceived idea
Great.
of a weapon.
Bro, I am
Things in the
loving
most
this
generic,
outside
literal
area.
way possible so that these things
I'm
are
watching
flexible,
the
they're not set in stone at any
talk.
point in time. So I think so far what you see with the gun.
You're gonna have to fill me in on some of this stuff.
I will. I'm going back deafened so I can hear
Whether
finish
you
the
guys
rest of
like
it.
the gun, how it is
Yep.
exactly, or there's even more expressions that you want to see with the guns, like attachments, things that you talked about. That's the kind of feedback we need too. Things to make available so people like Praz can basically make those things come true for you guys.
That's honestly probably like the 20th version of that weapon. So like,
At least.
bring out 21, 22. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do we want to take some questions? Yeah? All right. So we want to open up the floor to talk about any questions you have
Never
about
fails.
how this is going to work moving forward. Right now we're talking about the studio, snapshots, early feedback, that iteration loop, how that's going to work. Katie and Miggles is going to walk around and make sure that you have a microphone, and then we can dive into that. After this talk, we're going to take another break. People get drinks, play the game if you haven't got a chance to do it. And then we're going to come back here with the dev team and dive deep into gameplay.
They coming in heavy today, and they haven't been this heavy in a while.
Scratch the surface about what the narrative, the core gameplay loop, the fact that the game is a vertical extraction shooter, right? When we come back after this talk, we're diving into all of that. What does that mean? What is the nuance? What is that core gameplay loop? But right now, let's focus the questions around the studio, snapshot builds, early development, how you guys are going to be involved. Any questions you have on that, by all means.
And if I may, guys, let's give a huge props to the team. You know, the team here, the marketing team there, working behind the scenes.
This is more of a Tarkov style than a VR. So there's kind of a mix of both. It's like a super survival
you know, the concepts
style. It's a PvPvE.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Extraction shooter. So I think what's going to happen, the more that I've seen the build as far as what it looks like and what these guys have talked about, we're going to start at the top of the tower and work our way down. And once you get out of the tower...
Anyone who may not know you, and shame on you if you don't, please introduce yourselves.
We're Team Summertime. We're a content trio for Optic Gaming. And,
That's right, baby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Summertime.
So you're going to work your way...
Right
oh
away,
my
I need
God!
To know, you see the logo drop. You see it come down on the screen. What did you guys think of Dead Drop?
Man, it's actually been amazing. I didn't know what to expect. You know, they kept everything very close-knit.
You're the first search. That's good. That's always a good thing.
Yeah,
but it is super realistic. So there's no HUD, it looks like, and I don't think that they have planned to add one.
Club to make a damn good-looking game. It looks slick.
Already looks so good.
What a vertical shooter is. I see a big skyscraper, but I don't know what that means. But I'm excited to find out.
All right, well, my first impression was ominous, right? I mean, it looks very imposing, and I'm sure the devs will be discussing just that for the vertical shooter. But when they're sitting here, they're talking about this AAA game and how involved all the founders are going to be in it. Have you seen anything like that before? What does it mean to you guys when you see the players, the fans getting engaged in this way?
I mean, look at all the people here.
Yeah, he's black on black.
I don't think people have ever seen a game this early before. Look at you guys, man. Insane.
He's feeling real good, by the way, for sure.
You know, wanted to show some support to the Champions Club, and of course to 12 a.m. and Doc, of course. And,
the legend, Dr. Disrespect, the two-time back-to-back
for the last hour and a half playing
blockbuster
shooting
world
bots
champion.
and having a really good time.
All right, well, shooting bots, what do you think so far?
I think it's amazing. I think it's fluid. I like the movement so far.
I agree.
I'm a bit of a controller player myself, so I'm a bit new to keyboard mouse, but it feels good. I like trying to break the game as quick as possible. We were 360 and off a building, shooting the last bot, having a good time. But the movement feels fluid. I like how the gunplay feels. It sounds good, which is a big
sounds
part of it
good.
for me. It looks good, and I'm excited to get back out there.
Some mad vodka in that OJ,
well,
son.
We might have a little bit of at least a 1v1 showdown later. But, sir, you might want to get some water before that.
I don't know. Maybe a couple more of these, and we might have a better opportunity.
You gotta get on loose a little bit, you know.
All right, so I got to ask before we let you guys go, what do you want to hear from the dev team most? What are you really, really curious about that you hope that they might cover tonight?
That's for you guys.
I watched Doc and I watched Tim still.
I'll still go back to the vertical. I just want to know what are we playing? Am I going to be, taking stuff out? Am I going to be collecting M16s and taking them home and building toilets? Am I going to be like fighting other people in a game? I want to know what it is. I know it looks good though.
I want to know.
It does look good. Does it look good? All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for being
That's
here.
kind of what he's talking about, 901. We're really not 100% sure what the gameplay loop looks like. What I do know is that you, on your way down the tower, will be collecting loot, killing skins,
so
is what humans are called, and killing sins, which are the bots,
hey,
the E part of that PvP.
What is a vertical shooter? What does that mean?
But he's about to talk about it.
Be, a Are we going to
Timmy
be taking
Tenders,
stuff
baby,
home
I love
and
him.
building toilets? I don't know. That's pretty interesting. It's up to you guys to help influence that. How much do you want to take materials back and build toilets, right? These are the things we want to hear. But for us, a vertical shooter, especially in this, a vertical extraction shooter, you saw the tower, right? If you've played the build, and then you saw
Yo,
the
child,
name
welcome in, buddy.
reveal, you see that daunting tower in the distance. And we're not going to be revealing too much about that, but what you can expect from a vertical shooter is, from a level design perspective, there's a lot of what we call over, under, and around kind of flow, like movement, right? So you can think of there's going to be people above you, there's going to be people circling around, underneath, pathways, all that kind of stuff. And we're taking it very seriously.
I know there's also going to be player
players are gonna be
abilities.
traveling up, down.
Man,
just
I
look
hope
at
we
the
can
name
build
of the game.
toilets.
Dead Drop, it's got the arrows that are going up and down. Players are going to be traversing and battling both upward and downward. And that to us is something that's really exciting about this game, is that there's not a lot of that in the game industry right now, especially from a level design viewpoint. So for us, a vertical extraction shooter is taking something, when you look at a lot of games that are horizontally
Yo,
built,
Cloud, welcome in, buddy.
we're taking that play space and making it vertical. Now, there's still going to be a lot of horizontal aspect to it. It's going to be big. It's not going to be, you're not going to be in an elevator shaft. That building is huge, okay? And so there's going to be a lot of space for you to roam. There's going to be a lot of people hunting you. You're going to be the hunter, right?
Man, this
You're gonna
sounds
be
so
stalking
good.
Other players, getting loot, and maybe at the end of the day, we'll put some toilets in there for you to
Building
build as well.
toilets, confirmed.
All right, do we have some more questions? All right. Wave down Katie and Miggles.
Are we? All right.
Not that one.
All right, welcome, welcome. Please, if people do not know you, give us your name.
Hey everybody, how's it going out there, crowd? Can I hear some noise?
That Jake. Jake's there, dude.
I got one question, and it's for Doc. And I gotta know, how is the in-game audio gonna be for this game?
There it is, baby.
Good question.
Let's just say we've already fired 6 guys. How did the audio sound? Good.
Deep answer. I liked it. Anything else?
Yeah, you
It's
know,
working.
it's been great to see a crowd out here. Great to see everyone showing support. You know, people looking a lot like Doc out there, but not quite like him. There's also been, to be fair, there's also been quite a bit of
I think we're
flack
all
and
craving
heat out
something
there.
new
I'm curious,
so much.
How the team up here on stage, obviously a lot of expectations have been set for you guys for good reason. You know, it's a good group of guys, a good team out there as well. So how are you guys responding to those expectations that have been set before you?
Jake is so good. He is such a good interviewer. I don't know if you guys have watched his videos or his podcast or anything.
Our approach is straight simple, right?
Crazy
We don't
good
give a
interviewer.
shit what anybody says. We
Hey!
don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
That's right, baby. Except
we are going to answer every critique with builds. Playable
right.
builds every 6 weeks. Somebody has something to say, we're listening, right? And we're building. We're answering
That's right,
through
baby.
action. We're not answering through talking or responding or trying to appease everybody. The only people we're trying to appease.
this is the something new that our industry has been
This is it.
needing.
The people in this room, the people in the Discord, the variant-only Discord at home, those are the opinions that matter.
Hell
Because we
yeah.
know collectively, we're going to answer the need, right? It's
That's
not
right.
about us. We're here to execute on this. And that's
God.
what we're going to do based on everything anybody says. Anybody
I love
can have
it.
an opinion, right? But until you play it, that's when it matters.
What an excellent
Thank you,
answer
thank you. We
to
do
that
certainly know
question.
that Twitter has a whole lot of opinions, and hopefully tonight, most of them positive. Anything else?
One last one for you guys. You know, it seems that competition is primed and ready.
Here we
It
go,
seems like
baby.
a lot of
This
people
is
in the
it.
gaming
This
space
is a good
wanna
question.
Make their own games too. You got OTK, you got 100 Thieves, and you got Doc and his team too. So how do you guys compare yourselves to all the competition ongoing right now?
I haven't heard of any of those, have you?
Look, I mean, I would say one thing is, you know, honestly, We are not trying to compare
So
ourselves
you
to anyone,
go to your
right?
profile
We are who
on
we
Midnight
are,
Society.
And I look at this group, and this
Go
is
to
just a subgroup.
Dead Drop
of
Snapshots
the developers
and
of
click
Midnight
download.
Society, and this is a damn good group. All right. And we're not thinking about anyone else in the gaming industry. We're thinking about us and you guys, all right? That's
Good
what
answers.
we're thinking about. We compare ourselves to what you think about what is on the screen. Because us, we have a saying, on screen is king, right?
By the way, chat, I love
paper
each and every one of
designs,
you.
can do
Thank
all
you so
sorts of
much for
stuff,
coming
but
through and
until
being
it's on
here.
screen
Make
and
sure you like
playable,
the stream,
which is what we
help
have
push it
here
out to
right
more
now,
people, and
it
subscribe to
doesn't
the channel because we're going to be doing
Okay?
more of this
So
Midnight
for
Society
us,
content.
we're not comparing
And
ourselves
I
to
normally do
anyone else.
Destiny content as well.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing real quick, right? We got in this to change the industry.
And you're doing
We
it, buddy.
expected it to take a while. The fact that people are already starting to do what we started 6 months ago,
Yeah.
I love to see it. I want more people to copy us. I want more people to open up their games early. I want
I
more
love
people
it.
to include their community. We're not trying to corner the market on that. We're trying to change the industry so everybody does it. So I love that those other people are following in our footsteps. Let them do it. They're going to make a different game than us, and that game's going to be better because they did what we're doing now and opening it up.
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic.
All right, I think we got another question for the incredible
Gary, if you don't want my commentary, bro,
All right, guys, we've heard a
go
lot of
straight to
people,
the video.
There's comparisons everywhere. You say you're doing it better than anyone else, but we hear, oh, this is kind of like Tarkov. This is kind of like CSGO. This is kind of like Call of Duty. But what is
Haven't said
making
that.
this game the next level? What is making this, like you said, that no one can compare, that people are going to try to copy you?
Okay, well, for us, again, the proof is in the pudding and what we're going to be putting on screen. But the way we're looking at this is we're trying to take the best of all of our knowledge. This team is made up of a
Hunter's
lot of
buzzing,
veterans
bro.
from all sorts of games and big-time games in the industry. And there's things that we like about those games, and there's things that we love about those games. So we're taking what we feel is the best of those, and how do we make something new? And that's tough to do in the industry, right? There's so many things that have been retread before. And for us, it's also not just about the
Oh, I'm not
idea.
gonna stop,
It's about
I promise
the
you. I promise
execution of those ideas. And some other studios, they could do something, but if the execution isn't there, then it's not going to have people playing it.
Looking at you,
And so for
Activision.
us, the big game changer is the execution. We need to execute on these ideas, even if those similar ideas in the industry. It's the execution, and then again, the other big game changer, we keep coming back to it. We sound like a broken record, but seriously, the other game changer is everyone in this room, right? If everyone
Huge.
does their job and speaks up and lets us know when something is lame or when something is genuinely good, that to us is how we're going to get something that everyone else doesn't have, and maybe they'll want to copy us and be like us too.
Good answer, Deez.
Thank you for that.
Ah!
We have one more set of questions from a different angle, perhaps. This is Goj, my co-caster, and someone from a talent perspective who looks at a game like this and says, there's some very interesting prospects here. So, Goj, when you look at the dev team, what do you have? What's on your mind?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's a incredible product already, and we're really excited about the roadmap forward. My question comes from the competitive standpoint, right? There's a lot that can be said about public lobbies and how a game can execute for the casual player base, but we all know the competitive player base, specifically esports level player base, can really change the way a game is looked at. So give us a little bit of insight, if you can, about the competitive level that Doc, of course, is going to be playing at.
Yeah, I would love to, right? So
I'm kind of
and
sad
I've
Doc
talked
isn't
about
answering
this
any of
with
these
a few
questions.
You guys out there already, right? How we look at it, and we've said time and time again that you don't build an esports game. Esports chooses you,
Facts.
right? So we are focused right now on that core gunplay, making it feel good, and if we do that correctly, if we make that feel smooth and tight and feel competitive, like you feel like you can compete at it, the teams are going to respond. And this is a great question because it speaks to how we built this group right here. Everybody in this room filled out that ridiculous application process, right? It wasn't for nothing. The reason we asked those questions, asked for that data, was so that we understood who was casual, who was hardcore, who was an esports athlete, who's a developer. Who's a content creator? Because we wanted this first group,
Doc, maybe
everybody here and everybody at home in the Variant Only channel, to be a diverse group of opinions so that we could start at a base level and be like, let's get gunplay good. Now let's hear from our esports athletes in the crowd about, you know, what could be competitive, what feels too RNG, what should be removed from a competitive playlist, right? And iterate like that. Because at the end of the day, if the esports scenes, right, we're here at FaZe Clan right now. We're good friends with Optic. We have a lot of friends, a lot of founders who are in the esports scene. If you guys are asking for this to go competitive and this group decides to support those ambitions, that's what we do. That's how this works, right? If there's a need for it, there's a voice for it, then we do it. And so we are going to listen, and we're going to build towards what this group wants to do, and just diversify that way.
God bless you, Robert.
Are we wrapping it up?
So that leaves it for this portion of it where we're talking about the studio and the setup. Please, if you haven't already, get some time in. If you've already got some time in, grab a drink, relax, pick up your swag. Talk to the dev team. After, we want as many people to have time with the actual build as possible, because when we get back, we're going to dive into the actual deep dive of the gameplay questions. Talk about gunplay, talk about features, talk about where we're going, what our thinking was in those. So spend some time on it, talk to us if you see us, and then we'll be right back here in a little.
Okay, I really, really love that they are just leaning into the fact that they're like, look, if you want to, we're gonna. Boom, you know? If you want to go competitive and people in the esports community finds us because it's a good game, then that's what we do. I love it. I feel like Doc has social anxiety. He's drinking every time he does a public event. That, honestly, generally speaking, when people are that, right, they're that guy or whatever, a lot of those characters have a bit of social anxiety. I think Guy has talked about that before. But the whole, like, I mean, I drink when I'm at a public event. I do. If I'm speaking at it or whatever, it's a social thing. Just kind of, it is what you do. Oh my God, man. I am so hyped for this whole process, man.
Boy, at some point I was like, okay, let's just roast Spencer and watch him watching this because I couldn't find it. Yeah, no, with the small amount that I've been kind of messing around with, I am very excited for it.
Son of a bitch.
I will say that currently right now, I will probably have to be recording content rather than streaming content, because until they are able to get some of these issues ironed out for single PC streaming with the game and OBS, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, OBS takes so much juice anyway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is.
Right.
There we go. Let's pull this down to 1080 and get in here. I'm so excited about the future of this game. I mentioned that earlier too, Lemon, before you got on, that Jesus, that is so loud. I don't think I'll be able to stream this thing either, but I don't necessarily hate that. Like, I just have to record it separate, which is fine.
Right. How many times did you have to try to log in?
Just the once.
Really?
Yeah, just the once.
I've had errors here and there if I don't do it quick enough.
Dylan Roberts, what is happening? I'm getting botted like a mad person. That's currently what's happening. I haven't been botted on YouTube like this in ages. Jesus. But we are playing, kind of, Dead Drop. Okay, I'm skipping this and going straight outside. I will tell you, at 1080 already, my movement feels much better.
What did you have it at?
1440.
Yeah. Yep. No, I'm getting an average of like 45 frames ish in the first area. Outside, it's rough. Outside, it's rough.
Is that bullet drop that I just experienced?
I want you to experience something else, Spencer, real quick. Okay. Hold on, my stream is running at 37 frames per second.
Augers? Dylan, look at this. Dylan, look at this right now. Buddy, I thought we were going to be shooting at blocks, at white blocks. Do you hear that? Watch up here. Look at that. That's a helicopter. Why did they put that in a pre-alpha build? These guys are next level. Hey, what do you want me to experience? Purple door.
So, I want you to take redacted assault rifle, okay?
The X1, they named it.
And I want you to hold the trigger down and experience the recoil, okay?
Okay. Just in general, just open?
Yep, just open it up. I want you to experience the recoil. Okay?
Bloomy boy right there, son.
Now I want you to single click as fast as you possibly can.
Oh!
If you'll notice, it doesn't bloom and there's no recoil.
If you ADS, it completely gets rid of the bloom also.
Yep.
Oh, man, if you don't control it, though, this thing is impossible.
Yeah, actually, from what I experience, if you control it to the best of your ability, like within maybe an inch of itself within the recoil, it ends up being like... What? It ends up being...
Good God. My purple door is locked.
God, yeah, this...
Chat, hey, there's a lot wrong with this build, okay? Like, that's... I'm fawning over it at the moment because of how leaps and bounds ahead that it is from what it was really supposed to be, I thought.
Right.
But
yeah,
it is not, it's not good. Oh, where's the button for this? Do you see these on the left? Is there a button for these? They built the whole city! Can I walk off this? Oh, yep, sure can. You have died. I died. I managed to die in the build. Oh, you go all the way back to the beginning. Can't believe there's this much game already. Dudes, yeah, I know. Go, just run back outside. Okay. Tim the Tap Man, Stone Mountain specifically looking at you. I know you've all been dying to know this. Is there fall damage? No fall damage! No fall damage, chat. Oh my God, I cannot believe they built all this already. This bottom floor is a maze. UE5, I'll take it. True. Dylan.
Okay, I've been muted. Pog, we love it here. I just don't. So first off, your stream is running phenomenally compared to mine.
Cannot believe
just so
that.
you're aware.
Good to know, though.
mine was hitching every other second. Like,
Are you live right now? Are you still live?
Yeah, I'm still live, but I'm reacting to your stuff.
Oh.
Like, I'm watching you now because of how bad mine is. Because of how bad mine is, I can't. Whatever it is, and it may be. So just so we're clear, chat, and also Spencer's chat as well, I am running a Ryzen processor.
Same.
I'm running an AMD processor. Don't know 100% if that has anything to do with whatever it is that we are experiencing, or if it is, you know, if it is any different, but between Intel or AMD. But yeah, definitely one of those things that need to be taken a look at.
So I'm liking the weather. Me too, bro. Is it just PvE at the moment? Calling it PvE would be incredibly generous. Technically, it's PV cardboard cutout currently. That's what it is.
Correct.
There's no AI yet, from what I understand. Now, I may be wrong. I haven't completely explored it yet, but there is no multiplayer ability there.
No.
Is it releasing on consoles? Absolutely it is, Cloud. And here's the deal. Not only is it releasing on consoles the full game, the not this one, but some of the snapshots are going to be releasing on consoles. I don't know how they managed to pull that off or are going to, but that's it. What up, Rayleigh? Welcome in. It's my sister, everybody. Do you normally stream on Twitch? No. I stream right here on this channel on the red platform because it's better. Looking at you.
Perspectively better.
It's
anyway,
anyway. Okay, hold on, real quick. I want you to watch this. Okay, so I'm standing on I'm at the bottom level,
it's
next to one of these burning barrels. I don't know what the latency is.
7 seconds.
Okay,
7.
That's
10
hilarious.
second delay.
I am gonna talk you through it as it happens, because otherwise the video is gonna be off. I'm running a Ryzen 7 5800X and a 3060 Ti. Your system probably will have much less trouble than mine is. I have a Ryzen 5 3600X. I've got a 5700X that was supposed to be here today, but it got pushed to Monday. I'm really upset about it. And a 2060 Super. This is crazy. What up, Apex? Welcome in. Okay, watch this. Please, guys, I cannot describe to you how insane this is, considering how early we are in this build. One, this audio is beautiful. Watch my gun as I walk by this barrel. We already have shadow, adjustments to that level. This is insanity. This is going to be the greatest game of all time. That may be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's going to be a very, very good game. So what's this game about?
Holy
Short
crap.
overview. Yeah, dude, right?
Bro, the stream delay is like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's probably because it crashed earlier because I was trying to do the thing, you know? I was stress tested it pretty bad. Okay, let me get up here, my guy, and I will give you a short synopsis, but you got to see what we're seeing. Guys, by the way, chat, I appreciate y'all being here. I love each and every one of your beautiful faces. Make sure you like the stream. It helps me out a whole lot. YouTube likes it. I like it a whole lot. And subscribe to the channel, unless you're a buffoon.
Oh, Spencer, little thing real quick. When you get back to the main area, okay, when you get back to the main level, main floor,
I'm up here.
I want you to do something real quick. I want you to go to the right and
Okay.
go all the way around to the very edge that you can. And then I want you to look at the cityscape to the left, and I want you to see a very special symbol that is bright red.
Okay. Okay.
In the distance.
Doesn't mean good game and looks bad. Goose, this game in its current state is absolute dog shit. That's the point. This is literally the first iteration. This is the pre-est of pre-alphas.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is not even, this is in development, like early development. This is dumb. The fact that we're this far is ridiculous. Okay, let me explain what they said in the State of the Game address just now in regards to vertical shooter. Really, Cloud, they didn't give a lot of information. They really, really dove in on the fact that, look, guys, ultimately, this game is going to be what you want it to be. In the vaguest of terms, what we're going to be doing is it's a top-down extraction. That way, you loot along the way, and at the bottom you're gonna have stuff, and then you like go through your stuff. That's essentially what it is. What they described vertical, quote unquote, to mean is how you're gonna have people above you, you're gonna have people below you, you're gonna have people and things all around you throughout the game process, like throughout the game flow of the game. And so that's what vertical extraction shooter, that's what they mean by that. There's gonna be multiple levels, multiple pathways to get up and down, left and right, and around this map. And something that they also really, really stressed, I know it's lagging, it's gonna happen. Appreciate you telling me though. They really, really stressed how movement is going to be such a priority and how this is a massive area that we're gonna be playing in. Huge. Okay, but let me look up here. I'm running. I'm turning. Yo, that's Doc, baby!
Told you.
Oh, but story-wise, just so you know, we're in a like a climate crisis war situation. That tower goes like really tall
climate war
up there, and like this is a state-controlled facility, and they're collecting space dust, and they're producing a refined drug out of it and selling it to the streets. So we're trying to stop that because we're the good guys. That's the general gist of what we've got.
Ugh.
Move it.
Still not letting me log in. Come on.
Yeah, this is we're struggle bussing here pretty bad.
Told you.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm wondering if it does have to do with us using AMD processors.
I'm sure that they optimized for Intel first. It just kind of makes sense.
Right.
Thanks for the stream, bro. See you later. Hey, 901. Hopefully I will see you in the next one, buddy. Thank you for coming in and being here. I don't know if you can hear me.
There we go.
The game isn't coming out for at least another year, maybe two. Yeah, we're in... I can't describe how early we are in this process. We have no potential release date yet. Like, this is not even close. People aren't going to camp on stairs. He is being a better mod than you. I agree. I am going to go ahead and get out of...
5950X is running it fine. Well, it could very well be specific processors. So, for example, Honan, I am using a single PC streaming setup. I have a Ryzen 7. I think Ryzen 7 50-something 100X. And OBS and this game do not like each other.
Look in your task manager and see what it is. What processor you're running. Just so you guys know, I put my build in the pinned comment chat, but this is what I'm looking at. I got a Ryzen 5 3600X, and it is, I mean, it was bugging with the game on. This so far, it's obviously not optimized well.
Oh, that's right. Mine's a couple years old. It's a Ryzen 7 3700X.
So
that I'm using.
Your processor's the step up from my current processor. So
GPU, just so you know, chat, GPU is running at about 96%. CPU is at 30.
My as it should. That's just how computers work. Generally, when the game is on, my GPU is clocked out. I need to overclock it to see if that affects game performance any, but I'm not going to do that until I get my new.
Did you know that you can crouch
CPU
and see
in.
your hands?
No, I did not. I have 32 gigs of RAM, and I need to fix that. I did not know that it's running at 2133. Something must have changed. And a 2060 Super. RTX 2060 Super. The build is gorgeous. The build is fantastic. I'm so excited for it. Also, by the way,
actually, you know what, Chad?
The longer I play the game, like the longer I... Oh, that's probably not good, huh? Couldn't... It returned my... Okay. Please hold. I cried. What did you cry for?
There we go, chat. Now you might be able to actually see a little bit to the, well, if the stream calms down a little bit.
Actually, let's do...
You see, that's the thing is right now, my CPU is completely fine, but my GPU is fucking screaming.
Just delete that. I don't know why it moved my Minecraft down. I'm upset. Okay, let's try and run it from here. Ran into a bit of an error there. 2080 super overclocked on an 8 gig. So I think the biggest issue though is because ill-optimized games are going to be really, really CPU dependent. They just are.
Yes.
And so I think that's the problem I'm running into. I will have my new CPU, my 5700X, on Monday, and I'm assuming they're not taking these snapshots down. I may be wrong, but I don't think they are. And so I'm gonna run it again on my 57 and see how drastic the difference. There's obviously going to be a difference, but I'm
How many core? Honin, it is an 8-core processor.
Yeah, and mine's a 6. So that's...
the other...
Later, Cloud. I appreciate you, buddy. They didn't have to do all this, y'all. How do you toggle the... I guess it just means you can hold it down or you can click it. I don't... Interesting. Is this the button? I have not clicked this button yet. There's an active target. Love the scale and the setting. Same, dude. I am so pumped for what they've got, what they've built. Oh my god. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Is this am I behind? Oh my god, chat, why didn't somebody tell me?
But what do you mean, are you behind?
Oh, okay. I thought it was live. It was not. Never mind. Because we've got another transmission coming in like 4 minutes. So my stream keeps going down when the game's running, when I'm like sprinting around that top level.
So here's my theory, okay? You are running a single PC setup as well, yes?
I am, yeah.
Okay. I believe that so far this is actually CPU bound.
Oh, horrifically.
Or not CPU bound, my bad, graphics bound. And the reason why I say that is because when I am playing, my GPU is at 99%. And I have my OBS set up to use the NVEC encoder, right? So OBS is not streaming through my CPU, it's streaming through the GPU.
Decoding through it, yeah.
Yeah, and my CPU is at a cool like 30% usage.
Yeah. But to be like, I don't pull up your stuff when you're playing other games. Like any like graphic heavy, quote unquote, graphic bound game should throw your GPU into 100%. It's supposed to be using as much power as it can.
Well, right, but what I mean is, I think part of the issue of the OBS versus this game issue is that it is not optimized to notice that between the two.
And
so,
are you running OBS
as
an admin?
Yes.
Like, are you? Okay.
Yep.
I am too. But if I promise you, if neither of us were, this thing, like our stream would have crashed by now, like legitimately crashed.
Yep.
Let me catch up here on chat. That my guy said his game is looking better than Call of Duty. I'm gonna tell you right. Obviously, it doesn't visually look better than Call of Duty right now. That's insane to say that, but I have zero doubt in my mind because of the engine that this game will look better than any COD so far. It will not be difficult to look better than Vanguard or Cold War, but the this new Modern Warfare 2, we'll see. We'll see. It already though, I'm telling you, I would put like head to fire. It sounds better than Call of Duty. Like the audio already sounds next level. I'm not here to criticize, but that alpha beta, that's super alpha. Yeah, okay, so I am here to criticize. So you guys know why I'm here. I am here, and Lemon is here, and our Founders Club is here to rip this thing to shreds. This is off. Chat, listen to me. This game, quote unquote game right now, is awful. There's nothing in it. The graphics suck. It is ill optimized. It sounds pretty freaking good, actually. So I'll give them that. But the movement is dog shit. Like, this game, it's not good. Anyone who says it's just good right now is lying. It is not true. It's good for where we are. I'll tell you that. They're 6 months into development. Like, this is off to get that out of the way. Are we allowed to be seeing the game so early? Strict! I'm so glad you asked that question.
Like tap firing is going to be king. No, Honan, 100% tap firing is going to be key. It's just going to be king with this. Absolutely. The fact that you have no bloom and no recoil when you tap fire, obviously, I think that is going to be changed. I don't believe that is intended.
Probably not.
But if it is, then there's if I can sit here and at this range literally have no recoil and just tap fire, then you're gonna have people who are like the pros, the people who are competitive like me. You're going to see people do what they did in Apex a while back and with the hemlock and bind their fire to scroll wheel and just scroll up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
That's all they're gonna do. So if this is in here for a reason, it's a bad reason.
Yeah, that's we're gonna get forms Lemon and I are part of the Midnight Society Founders Club, so we're part of the 10,000 people that are getting to do this early. You asked Strict if we're allowed to be seeing the game so early. Every other game before this one, the answer is no. In all of history before today, the answer to that question was no. This organization, Midnight Society, 12 a.m. is flipping the industry on its head by giving these early builds out to this is a select group of people. It's a mix of content creators, pros, game developers, things like that. So we can give active feedback during the developmental process. That way we can fix it along the way instead of them shipping a product that's terrible circa Battlefield 2042 and no one plays it, and 6 people are playing it currently. So 37-inch vertical, yes sir. They're barely 3 months into development. I think that they've been developing the game for about close to 6 months. Doc has been working on it a long time. This is something that he's been working on for a very long time. Pretty sure it's not optimized yet. It is the furthest thing from optimized ever, but that's kind of the point. Now, and to be fair, and Lemon said this earlier, we're not what you're seeing us play right now is on top of the fact that it's super early, really bad because we're both streaming as well to you fine people, and so it's really taking a lot of power away from our computer to be running the game effectively. We're both going to do recorded content with this a lot better than just this. So oh my god, another bot, you say?
I can do better than that. So the thing is one of the things to look at when you look at any of this through a competitive standpoint, because again, one of the things that they were talking about in some of the questions that they were answering is, trying to make sure that they have a definitive grouping of people, this person is a competitive person, this person is a casual player, this person is blah 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 blah. And they want to figure that out. So one of the first things that I take a look at when I'm looking at any of this is recoil control, how the guns work, different things right here, chat, my crosshair and my iron sight is above the wood. But if I sit here and shoot, I am hitting the wood, which shows that they are even taking into consideration where the barrel is actually sitting versus what you're looking at. So you're not necessarily going to be able to see people, head glitching like you can in Call of Duty, where as long as your sight is above the whatever cover you're at, you'll be able to hit the person. I am not hitting what I am aiming at right now, but that is because of where the gun is sitting, which is completely fine.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. I noticed that earlier.
Everyone,
Brendan,
welcome
ayo!
back.
Oh, we're back. Okay, I'm gonna deafen and we're gonna watch
Team,
this.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about in-depth the game we're making. We can talk a little bit about mechanics. We can talk about the
Chat,
art
welcome
style,
back in. Brendan, I'm
all
so
that
glad
stuff.
you're
We're
here.
gonna talk
It's
about
perfect logic.
Snapshot.
Gerard, by the way, thank you
Walk
for being
through
here.
it.
I will be talking
Step
over
by
these guys a
step,
little bit.
what we
I'm hyped.
delivered on,
You're watching a
what was our
content
vision,
creator
what we're
create
thinking,
content. Get over
all
it.
that kind of stuff, so that you can get a little bit more context for those of you that have already played it and those of you who have yet to play it. So let's get into that a little bit, okay?
These is killer,
So-
dude. I love these guys.
So right here
By the
on
way,
the
chat,
screen,
love you
this is
so much.
the
Make
very
sure you like the
first thing that
stream
you see
and subscribe to the channel.
when
Appreciate
load
you
up
guys.
Snapshot 1. You're riding in an elevator. There's some mystery. What's going on here? The elevator doors open, and boom, you're greeted to this. This is what we're calling our weapons bench room, all right? And so in here is the weapons bench. And this is something this could become lots of things. And this is what we'd like to get feedback from you guys. But for us, the genesis of this is where you as a
Take
player
you a nap,
can
Shai.
come and customize your weapon or weapons. Not just a single weapon, but your weapons. How many weapons do you have? All those kind of things. What kind of weapons? These are the things we also want to hear from you as well. But you as a player, you'd come in here and you tinker with things. You change different attachments, all sorts of stuff, right? Things that you'd expect. We're thinking
Got
of
a
things
little
like,
gunsmith
how do you
action.
display maybe your favorite weapon, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what this room was trying to evoke. It's like very simple. We want to at least lay the foundation for the weapons bench. And in this room as well, we've also got things like, there's a closed door over to the right. Well, what's that all about? There's a keypad. If you're going to interact with it, it beeps at you, says access denied. There's things in there that we're trying to build towards. And that's what is exciting to us with this hideout and with this game in general as we build it with all of you in mind, is things are going to evolve over time. There's going to be new areas to explore. Each snapshot will get into these things. So when it comes to this room and this weapon, one of the main features is
The X1. They did name the rifle
classified
earlier.
Rifle. We don't really have a name for it yet. That'll come. So if anyone's got cool ideas,
He literally called
let
it
us
the
know.
X1 earlier.
But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about this because I want to kick it over to our art director, Darren Bacon, and he
Please
can
tell me
us
it's-
a little bit about this weapon, its identity, its looks, and all that.
Yeah, okay, so...
I like the reload animation too. I hope he talks about it.
It's kind of a nice snapshot on just art direction generally all up on the project. And so what we've been thinking about is it's like the high-level idea is the future through the lens of the 80s and 90s in like an alternate timeline. And so
That's cool.
what that allows us to do is like kind of pick the stuff that fits best with our genre. And
There will be, I'm sure. If we want there to be, there will be, Brendan.
So, like the whole vibe, basically lives around that, and it's a world where Doc could be living in, but he'd be in the streets, and it's not like we're making these big adventures. So that's generally the high level art style goals.
Yeah, totally. So that is another thing that's really exciting about this when we think about the art style and the visuals that you're seeing in here is, like Darren said, it's as if the 1980s or the 90s never really ended. Not the campy stuff, but like the stuff that we all, grew up liking. Like you think of like the Terminator movies or Aliens and Escape from New York. Those are some of our inspirations of this kind of universe we're building here. And so that's why we love the X1 and that classified rifle, just how it looks. And to be, So with that, I mean, what about the environment in here? And I'd like to Greg over here. Greg Cox is our lead environment artist. Greg, tell us about just the environment and what we're trying to see here and accomplish.
Well, there was a couple of challenges with this because we're using Unreal 5, so we want to make sure that we're using the features of Unreal 5 to make our lives easier while still delivering a very good product. And to your point, Quinn, this
Doc's
is,
alternate
when
universe,
we first started
facts.
looking at this space, we put together a lot of reference boards. So we started looking at a lot of the classic movies that we kind of like.
It
Old
feels
school
like
John
that too.
Carpenter kind of
It
movies,
does.
Big Trouble, Little China, a little bit of blood sport in there,
Love it.
So we mixed some things in of, not for the sake of nostalgia. Like, we don't necessarily want to convey nostalgia, but the limitations that those films had at the time made those films great, and they look good, right? So we want to capture that a little bit. So we knew that for this first shot, it had to be important. Like, it needed to grab your attention immediately. The player needs to see that rifle. The player needs to be drawn into that workbench. And so we began populating it out with some of the assets that we built from scratch. And then we also pulled in things from Megascans to kind of make life a little bit easier for us. And yeah.
I don't know what any of that means. If any of you developers out there know what that means,
multiple iterations
let me
of
know.
lighting to kind of capture that mood for it a little bit and everything. And I think it did the job. I think it did a really good job of it. So yeah, we're all really, really proud of it. And I think that rifle just looks so damn good up there.
Nice. Okay. Let's move on to the next area. We'll talk a little bit about that. Yeah, so this is a little bit of that tease that we were telling you about. So this is a concept image of what that door to the right of the weapon bench could be. And so now we're looking at this like, okay, right now we're just calling it like the vault, right? Like, or the armory. What does the player want to put in there? What are the things that are interesting? Kind of gear, what kind of gear do you want to put in there? What kind of weaponry do you want to put in there? Things that you really like that you want to keep safe, things that you want to use for the right moment, the right area in which you're going to go play in. So this is just a really concept.
That
tease
says a
of
lot.
something that could or could not be coming. So what does the player want to put on? Oh, okay. So speaking of teases, speaking of feedback and teases, yeah,
That says a
this
lot.
is another one in the variant guide. You'll see this as well. This is an image of another concept that is amazing about
Josh, welcome
our
in.
garage, right? So we're calling it the garage, and we'll have more to talk about this at another time. But as you look through the variant guide and take a look at this image, just soak it in. What are the ideas? What are the things that you like? What are the things that you think about this? Let us know. We'll have some conversations about it. That's all I
That makes
want to
sense.
say about that.
That makes sense. That way they can like copy and paste these things. That way they don't have to build them
I don't want
themselves.
an
That makes
answer
sense.
now. I don't want an answer now. I'm not saying it
Thank you guys
is
for that.
not related to the garage, right? I just want to know. Think about it. Get back to us. Hit us up on Discord or Twitter. We know we're in the player hideout. We know we're going to a tower. How do we get to that tower? What does that process look like?
Oh my
That's
God,
what I'd
there's
like you guys
vehicle
to think
play.
about. Mull over, right?
There's vehicle
How are
play.
we getting there? How are we choosing where in that tower we're starting?
Oh!
Oh, that's some interesting questions, huh? So I would just simmer on that. Look at your variant guide, soak in that artwork, and think, what's the best fucking raddest way we can get from the player hideout to the tower? Just let that soak for a little bit.
Ah!
Sorry.
I love when Rob chimes in and he tells someone to hold his beer and he just like gets in after it.
I'm just asking questions, man.
Excellent. Okay, so this right here, this is what we're calling our interior range, right? The gun range that's inside the hideout. And we have all sorts of little mini games or firing range experiences. There's 3 to be exact. And this is where we want the player to be tested on different kinds of gunplay with this classified rifle that we have in the experience. So again, I love the visuals of this. This is all through Unreal Engine 5. We're super excited for it. You could look through this. You could see Darren's vision. You could see what Greg has done and what Eric has done. and what Steve has done with his concept work. I mean, there's just so much effort poured in through the team on this that we just love to finally get it in your hands and check it out.
What's the hashtag?
But what I really want to talk about right now is the firing range experience. And I think the best person to talk about that is our Director of Gameplay Engineering, which is Jim here in the end. So Jim, tell us all about these firing ranges and how it works.
Thanks, Quinn. So I was watching people play over here, and I think this first firing range, pretty much everybody understood it right away. So let me kind of contrast this one and the second one. This first one, there's one target active at a time, and so we don't even put that on the, it's not even on the
Okay,
HUD.
here we go. I'm back.
It's just one target pops up, you shoot it, the next target pops up, and the targets are not moving much. They move a
Sorry
little
about the
bit.
last time we played. Don't apologize for that, Sai. It's all good. No need to apologize for any of that, bro. Sound like a
barriers.
fast-paced Tarkov style game.
So it's
Yes.
very simple. There's 10
Why
targets
does your knee
that
hurt?
pop up, and they're really relatively close range. You can see the end of the range very easily.
Jesse, you got to kind of unpack a lot of that.
Watching
You know?
people play over here, I feel like maybe our learning curve was a little too steep on the second target range. A lot of people started the second range, and it's way upstairs. That's not a great picture for it. But they started the second target range, and it pops up and it says, "Oh, there's 2 targets active," and people are like, "Where are they?" And then
I said that exact
go
same
down
thing
the elevator
10 minutes
and they're
ago.
kind of looking around for where are the targets. The truth is, the targets are like a lot farther away, and you really have to. There's a lot of fog and stuff. So
I like this guy.
To be honest, Quinn and Rob kept telling me and some of the other guys, this is not meant to be an easy game.
That's right.
It's like we're gonna lean into shadows on this game, and so it should be hard to see your enemies and these targets. So it's totally fine. So people can play that again, I would say, if you only had one chance to play it here. So that's the second one. You want me to tell about the third one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think the really thing that's important to hear from you, Jim, is what is the 3 ranges and what is the skills we're trying to test for the players? Because that was something that you really did a good job of executing with your team on, the interior range, what's the goal there, the goal for the first exterior, and then the goal for the bottom range and the surprises down there.
Yeah.
Future-proof
the
everything,
first one
yes.
is really, the targets
Yeah,
are
he's
very
like, "That's a
visible.
bad picture."
There's only one choice
and
at
here
a
so you
time.
can see him.
So it's really about quick acquisition, target to target to target, and it's really just about very quickly moving from.
I got to
one
put my
target to the next.
my camera back on, though, or
Whereas
they'll
the
take this
second
down.
target range, they're farther off, so it's more about scanning the environment and seeing where the targets are, and they're a lot farther off, so it's much more challenging to actually get headshots. So that second firing range is much more difficult. As I say, it might have been wise for us to have another one in between the two to kind of scale up to that. But anyway, you guys like hard games, I'm sure.
Yes.
So
I'm very glad this is. Oh my God, I'm so
the third
excited.
one we call our reaction trial, and the clock works differently there. You start the trial. This is down at the bottom. You take the elevator down, and there's a button to start the trial, and then you move through. We actually, Praz actually added a lot of arrows to kind of guide you through the environment. There's yellow kind of spray painted arrows.
There you go. I'm so
to guide
sorry. Thank
through,
you.
And it's all about quick reactions. Those targets are relatively close, but you're kind of moving forward, and you don't know exactly when they're going to pop up because you can't really see the trigger that's going to pop them up. Probably if you play it 10, 20 times, you'll know exactly where they get triggered. But the idea is to test.
I love this. I don't know who this
your
is.
quick
I don't know his name, but
reflexes
he's
and
amazing.
reaction Time. So you go through, some 2 to 4 things pop up, and you shoot them. So that's the third one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is something else that we really wanted with these these targets to be there is like, hey, we have a weapon in the game. It's not going to be fun if we just have a space where you're just shooting the wall or the floor, messing around. What do we have in there? So you could actually look at what's the bullet drop, right? What's the projectile speed? Because
Which is something I tried.
Have projectiles and speeds that are varying
Yeah.
at different distances. So we want
I tried to
see
test that
how
out
does
and I couldn't
feel.
figure out how, but that
That's why
second
some
firing
people
range is
lose,
apparently the
some
way to
don't.
do that.
And then we got really good fun stuff in there with the chaos system that Unreal provides, where you've got destruction on the targets, so it's fun to just, you know, we were earlier on in development, we had it so when as soon as you hit a target,
Earlier on?
the target just like immediately goes down. We're like, you know, that's not very fun. Like, what do we do about that? It's like, well, why don't we have the target stay up for just a second so you could see, oh man, I blew a hole in the leg of that target. Oh, that person just got lobotomized. Their head's gone, right? Because we got destruction in there. And that made a bigger difference in just the overall fun. Even though you're not shooting other players, that'll come.
Yes,
You're not
Strict,
shooting
I'm
any
so
other players,
excited.
You're shooting targets, and you're kind of learning the gunplay of what we're trying to go with Dead Drop. And that's just a single weapon, and there'll be more to come as well. So that's the main reason why we got all these targets, these firing ranges, all that, so we can get feedback from you on the spread of the weapon, the recoil, the bullet, the projectile speeds, everything. So yeah, so that is out here in the exterior range. For me, the second one is a lot of fun because of the ranges and the height.
I think all of
Because,
these guys see the
again,
world
that
in
it's a
code.
vertical extraction shooter. You're not just going to be shooting everyone that's on the same plane as you.
Yes.
You have to be looking up, looking down. The height advantage is going to be a real deal in our game. So
Someone asked
those
me
are some
about what
exciting
like the
things
vertical extraction meant. That's what he's
about
talking
the
about.
exterior range as well. So
Hey, Quinn.
yeah.
I want to jump in a little bit on the
Yeah,
chaos. One just quick comment is
This guy,
early on we had some discussions about
this
whether we
guy
should
is
use
my
the
favorite.
Unreal 4
He's incredible.
physics technology, which is called PhysX, or the Unreal 5 physics technology, which is called chaos physics. And we decided, you know, we're leaning into UE5. So we set it up for all the targets, and I think that's pretty much all we did for starters. Is the wooden targets and the cyborg targets are all using chaos physics, but I think it looks great. It looks much better.
I think
than
it looks
the
fantastic
older,
already.
Destruction, and we can lean into that even more and bring some really amazing.
Someone needs to focus this camera.
Physics simulations. So I think we made a great choice.
Yeah, that's a really good point that I'd like to dive deep on a little bit, right? We've decided that we're fully embracing
This guy's so much fun.
Unreal Engine 5 and all the bells and whistles that come with it, right? One of those things that Jim touches on is dynamic destructibility through chaos. Right now, we're using it for the targets, right? If you ran through the range, you see those things getting fucked up, right? They're coming apart.
I love this guy.
What we need to think about, again, something for us to discuss, is how much do we want to lean in on that in the environment? Do we want walls being fully destructible? Do we want cover points being destructible? Maybe not walls, maybe cover points, right? To what degree do we want that, right? Do we want there to always be low cover, but we destroy medium to high cover, right? This is the mindset that we all need to be getting into, because these are the discussions and the hard decisions that we need to make. Because I'll tell you right now, and a lot of you already know, I see you shaking your head. The moment, if we decide to go full destructibility on cover points, that changes the game.
Yes,
in a
it does.
big way.
Absolutely.
That changes how you choose to engage. That chooses how you choose to break contact. So it has big ripple effects, right? So we've made a decision as a development team to embrace the chaos engine and destructibility. Our job as variants is to figure out to what degree.
Picasso, this dude is my favorite man.
That's what we need to be
I don't
thinking
understand
about
the
and
vortex
talking about on
mapping.
Discord
I'm not
after this
I'm not a
event,
dev. I'm
right?
sure that
Because
was very
once we
funny
move
though.
into
I'm sorry, I just
PvP,
don't understand it.
When we're fighting each other, whether in the sectors or in other areas, that's going to play big, right? So one of the big things that I know is going to be a discussion point in the next 6 weeks is like, all right, if we're starting to think about PvP, what does that map look like? What does that map look like when you spawn?
Yep.
What does that map look like?
Hey, does
10
anyone
minutes
know?
into the session?
Yeah,
right?
true. Does
So,
Tarkov
like,
have destructible
I feel like
environments?
I'm giving people homework, but just think about it. Because we are all about setting the course, right? Setting the course on the tech we're going to use to achieve it and implementing it. The scope, the scale, the direction, all of that.
That's
stuff
why
is
I
gonna
feel
come
so good about this, man.
But I love chaos so far.
He just knows what he's
It adds
doing,
so much
you
to
know?
the range.
Mad scientist of the bunch. Yes, we need more of these guys. Yes.
That's a big deal. Like we can't undersell much how much what.
It's a really
Unreal Engine
in-depth,
5 does for
like
us.
gritty Siege, Tarkov, Call of Duty, survival.
Moving on.
Awesomeness.
We got some questions. Okay, let's do it.
Dylan, you and I are gonna love this game so much.
All right, well, first things first.
I'm
I do
worried
have
that
a
Austin's not gonna
Twitter
like it.
question for you guys.
I'm worried about
Everyone's
that.
been loving the name. They think it's fantastic, but we've seen it more than a few times. Who came up with the name Dead Drop?
Well,
No, it
that was
doesn't.
a very
Okay,
collaborative
good.
effort. Is the very.
All right.
That's probably the safe way to say it, but I'll say, Rob. It's a Rob call. Rob wanted to do it. He loved that name, and but to be honest, the people that get in the room was myself, Rob, Brian Miggles, and Doc.
Where's Doc?
Doc was there. He's always providing his feedback, and we had lots of cool options, but we just kept coming back to Dead Drop, and every time we came back to Dead Drop, Rob would just be gloating on his camera the whole time.
I
Just
lose
super excited.
my fucking mind every time it came up.
I love it.
I'll tell you one thing. I definitely am the one who decided to spell it wrong. That was
Yeah.
100% me.
Well, we're spelling it our way now because that's the right way to spell it. So.
Well, right, that hasn't been decided, Retribution.
Fantastic, thank you.
I
All
don't
right.
particularly
Let us
like
know
that.
Who you are? I know you said you're involved in the
There's Doc.
Discord.
I found him.
Obviously, you're here in the whole outfit. What do you got for the dev team?
Yeah, my name's Alex.
Trying to see if I
on,
recognize anybody.
Discord, aka the 5'8" variant, because I'm not 6'8". But question about the variants, because I see that each variant almost has like a different perk. How is that going to play into the game? Like, let's say we're on a specific level. I don't know if this is going to be the case. Let's say I'm really good with long-range combat. Will that play into how our team is going to get to the next stage? If it's stage-based, where we start from here,
Yeah, so the founders, the 10,000 of us, will get to pick. Not pick, that's strong. But
the levels as it goes
get to.
Yeah, so I've got.
We'll get
thoughts
to
about
have a
that
lot of
for sure,
feedback
but I
in
wanna-
that.
Does anyone else have any thoughts or ideas about that?
Alex!
No?
Raul!
Just making sure everyone has an opportunity. Oh, I know Rob will say something. He'll always say something. So
I'm sitting back here. Leave me alone.
I do have faith that they've got it, though. John McPhee.
So the variants, all of you are super important to us, and that is something that we'd like to have an open dialogue on.
There you
How
go.
does that work? Because each and one of you have your own variant, you have your own attributes and categories. To your point, how do we have that manifest itself in the game? And that's something that we're interested in.
They don't know.
But right now we're focused on the core foundation of the game, what it's like for people.
Guys, I appreciate you being here, by the way. Make sure you like the stream. Helps me out a whole lot. And sub to the channel, because we got more of this stuff coming.
Amazing club of variants. So what we're trying to do is make sure that the variants are able to stand out or peacock, right? You have that badge of honor, that day zero community that you're here. So when you're
Influence,
in
good word.
a server, people are like, whoa, check that out. There's a variant right there. So, but as far as the gameplay goes, that's something that we're gonna have to work out together as a crew and see what we want to accomplish.
That's
I have a couple
that's
thoughts
big.
about that too, if you don't mind. Just throw in there.
I gotta wrap
okay,
this
cool.
down.
Say from on the couch. I think the thing with the variants and like the specific stats that are on there and stuff, that's something we had to create before we had the opportunity to know who you guys were. So if you think about it, like the variants were created before people controlled them, right? So the challenge there is that we didn't really want to commit exactly in a gameplay sense to what's on there, because we had to kind of design those and make those decisions before you guys had a chance to even participate, if that makes sense. So I think everything that is in there is a great starting point for like inspiration or things that we might want to add, sort of like what Quinn's talking about, but nothing that we wanted to decide before people had an opportunity to participate in things.
We're whispering, but we'll be with you in one moment.
Yeah, so vertical extraction shooter, like what exactly is that going to look like? Because for me, this is new. I haven't played any games where it's vertically based, so like what's...
True. That's mad facts.
Sorry, that question's no good.
What's that going to look like for us? What can we expect?
Okay. All right. Again, just making sure we're all good. We have a voice up here. Okay. So What's that going to look like? Well, you see on the screen right now, that is the exterior, right? And the main reason we wanted this tower there is we wanted that inspiration. That is the goal. That's where we want to get to.
That reminds me
That
of
right
Vow of the
there
Disciple, by the way.
is
It's a very Destiny 2-esque.
the place that
the tower
largely
is.
people are going to be playing in Dead Drop. That's where you're going to be going on your runs, okay? That's where you're going to be dropping. That's where you're going to be trying to escape with your life and your things. So what's that look like? We're not going to, we don't want to release or talk about everything that's going on there because right now we're so focused on Snapshot 1 and what that is. But just to give you a little bit of taste, that's a lot of building. And there's a lot of things in there. So internally, we've already had really fun, interesting conversations about what each area of that building, what that tower is going to look like from visual thematics.
I know, they're trying not to
gameplay,
influence
we're
our
even calling them,
decisions too much.
Sectors, right? So not just floors, but like a sector. And this building is going to have multiple sectors inside. And each sector is huge. And each sector is going to have different themes in it. You know, like, hey, is this one like a hospital? Okay, cool. Or is this like a whole medical area? Is this a storage area? Where's the sector that is exterior based? So we get.
They're trying not to give away too much, too.
Snapshot 1 with the rain. So that's just a little bit of the tease. We'll get more into that. And we have big, high hopes and goals for what the tower gameplay is like. But rest assured, it's going to be crazy and awesome.
Yeah, I have a quick question. How?
Take his beer away.
I just got a quick question.
Turn his mic off.
How many people here completed the ARG that we did? A decent amount, right? And like the ARG we called the CC protocol, which was the Claws Combat Protocol, right? It was a training ground, a simulator to figure out how our variants would think, how they
I did not get to do
approach
this.
concept of sector-to-sector gameplay, choosing between engaging and extracting, right? That ARG laid a lot of philosophical foundation for how we think about the tower, how it's constructed. Because I think philosophically, and by all means chime in, correct me if I'm wrong or you want to elaborate, I know what we love based on our collective experiences on different franchises is we love like arena map design, right? What we love about that is we love being able to learn a map, master an area, learn sight lines and cover points and the best place to post up, right? But we really enjoy the larger scale of battle royales. But there's some downsides to that, right? And I think what we were looking at with this vertical design was how can
Darkness,
we get
what's up, buddy?
the sort of map design we love, but with the player counts and scales that we love without the benefits of the other stuff, right? Then sprinkle in a little of that persistent session-to-session gameplay that you get from extraction shooters, and you got something there, right? And I think that is what has led the foundation for where we're going.
Dude, if they execute on what they're talking about here, this
on
game
you,
is going to be unreal.
right? We're going to build towards that. And at any point, when we play it, that could change
Yep.
based on the sentiment, right? We could be moving in that direction full speed ahead, and we're just not feeling it as a group, right? As a collective. And then we augment, we change, we iterate. But the starting point is really looking at how do we capture that arena map design style,
Yeah.
scope and scale, verticality and every sort of element to it, and build towards that in a really interesting way. But let's do it one building block at a time.
I'm glad that you're enjoying Trials,
So
partner.
I think that about does it for us in this session right here. I want to say, thank you to everyone here. Also, up here on the stage, we got lots of talented game developers working on this game, and we also have Rob. So by all means, come and reach out and talk to all of us. I like to razz Rob. I love him. But so for that, this time we'll kick it over to Katie.
Thank you, and everyone, thank you for an
God.
incredible turnout. We're winding toward the end of the evening. But as we release you, go mingle, grab a drink. Make sure if you haven't, there's a
Jesus
photo
Christ.
booth over
Scared.
here in the corner.
That scared
Get
me.
your
Thank you,
pictures,
Mr. Brian.
get
Welcome to the
everything you
fam.
need, and make sure if you haven't already, get your variant guide. I already got to read through mine. It is incredible. You won't want to miss all the information it has in store. So go relax, talk to the dev team when you see them mingling. Ignore Rob. Do whatever you feel is best. But let's give it up, guys. Let's enjoy the rest of the night.
To get to the tower in the first place. I'm writing notes now, kind of just some stuff that I'm going to talk about in the video that I'm going to put together tomorrow. Oh my God, that scared the hell out of me. So for short little fun there, I can't turn that notification down. Oh, they're 1v1ing. Scope and Hitch. Nice. That's the first taste of PvP gameplay right there, boys and girls. I've made almost 3K carries? Jesus. I don't know where Doc is at. I haven't seen him in this last these last shots. I'm sure he's like mingling, taking pictures and stuff like that. Some things that I want to
thing that I think is very
Hello.
important that needs to be looked at. Hello, Spencer.
Hello. Are you still playing?
Yes. Actually, I got mine to work very well.
Good. Did you make any changes?
I don't remember. I just relaunched it. Opened it up a couple times, relaunched it.
I'd rewind your stream to see, but you don't have that feature. Some stuff that they just talked about on that one. I don't know if you got the chance to listen. I don't want to get my hopes high for this.
I've been exploring a lot, and actually, I would like you to take a look at what I'm exploring because this is actually a very interesting thing.
Sure.
Okay.
By the way, both chats for you guys who are here listening to both of us now. Oh my God! Stop! Why does that happen? Where are you? There you are. This is why you need to follow Lemon and subscribe to me on YouTube because we have two very, very different perspectives on games in general. Okay, what am I looking at here?
Okay, so I was just explaining to the chat, and I'll do the demonstration again for anyone else, that when you have a gun, right? When you have an assault rifle.
It's a fake gun, YouTube.
Yes. I will double check. This is an airsoft gun, not a real gun, just so that we don't get in trouble. When I am hip firing, okay, the barrel is at a specific height. When I aim down sight of said weapon, the normal thing to do is to raise the gun, which raises the barrel and makes it so it comes over whatever it is that you're looking at, right? So something that I noticed that I would actually like to point out is that right here, for example, hip firing, I can shoot over this cement barrier without any issue. Okay? The moment I aim down sight, all I am hitting is the cement barrier.
Interesting.
So, I don't know if that is like just adjusting maybe like the camera for the weapon, because for those of you who know a little bit about game development, essentially when you are making an FPS, you have a point of view for the weapon, and that weapon, when you put the input to fire a bullet, essentially just fires a red line. And if it hits something that is supposed to register a hit with a hit scan type of a game, for example, then it registers the hit and it says that the bullet fired.
Right.
Okay. So with this, I don't know if it's something where the hip fire camera and the aim down sight camera are actually switched, or what's going on, because when you aim down sight, it actually looks like it gets lower.
It does, doesn't it?
Now, again, having it in place to where the barrel colliding with a specific point where the sight doesn't, that is completely fine. That happens in almost any FPS game that you play, like PUBG, Tarkov, anything like that. It is the distance between your barrel and your sight that you are using will cause you to hit something because the barrel does not have clearance, whereas your sight does. But in this case, the barrel has plenty of clearance hip firing, but the moment you aim down sight, it hits the cement barrier.
That's interesting.
So this is something that I will definitely try to get a clip of and tweet out or include in my feedback, just so that they are aware that that is happening.
Hey, I didn't notice this when I was playing. Shoot down to 1 bullet.
Oh yeah. The frowny face for 0 bullets.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's like a doc thing or if it's just a sad face.
It might be a doc thing, but I think it's just supposed to be a frowny face. It looks like to me parentheses and bracket.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me.
That's so funny.
Probably to try to stop head glitching, similar to like how early Halo, how the crosshair was lower than the center point of the screen. So actually, the crosshair being lower than the center point is actually just a Bungie thing.
Yeah, always has been.
That is something that Bungie loves to do, and I have never understood why they've done that, and also why I said do the way that I just did. I don't know.
You know, certain game developers have just like classic things that they do, and that's a Bungie trope. Like that's their trademark, one of them. I can't wait to get my hands on this, like outside of a live stream, and really do it. Some of the things that I want to go over that they talked about in this last little talk. One thing, we're getting vehicles, which is nuts. I can't wait for that.
Hold on. So if we're supposed to be getting vehicles, then does that mean that this is going to be semi-open world?
So the way that they described it, and technically, they didn't confirm anything, chat, so don't get too crazy. But Rob said, quote, just think outside the box about how you're gonna get to the tower. Just take this garage picture in really good. How are you gonna get to the tower? Decide where you're going to enter the tower in the first place. That opens up so much. Also, if you're talking about clearance, then when you shoulder the gun, it sticks out further as well. Yeah,
exactly.
So, I mean, there's a lot there, and I think I haven't played Tarkov, and at this moment, I'm dedicated to getting it and downloading it so I can play it before I play this, like, too much, to experience that style of game. So, Dylan, I need you to get a PC so we can play together.
Oh, well, me and my friends, we have about 7 or 8 people in our Discord that play Tarkov almost on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, that is good to know. Dylan, get a PC.
Yeah, Tarkov has become one of the main games that a lot of my community has been playing.
That is good to know. Okay, so here's he talked about that in the last little bit. So I've got 4 things here that I want to talk about in regards to this last bit specifically. So
Hit me with it.
One thing that he mentioned about the tower, right? He said it's in regards to the garage, right? So when you're in the garage and the weapons bench, and your hideout, right? You in that room are going to make decisions about what to bring to certain different areas of the tower, what to you're making decisions on what to keep safe, what to so that tells me it's very obviously this is a survival game. I don't know if you've picked up on that yet, chat. This is a survival based game. If you die in the tower, you lose.
Okay, so to kind of piece together something real quick, what it sounds like for that, as far as the items to save, that sounds very similar to Escape from Tarkov and the Cycle. They have an insurance system in which before you enter a raid, you are able to pick and choose specific items or everything or nothing, depending on what you want to do, to be able to have a chance to get it back. So for example, if you insure everything that you bring into the raid and you end up dying, but nobody gets to loot your body because the people who took you out actually end up dying and nobody found where you were, then there is a very high chance that you will get all of that gear back because you insured it. And if you don't use the insurance, then you're shot of luck.
Gotcha. Which I like. I've never been big on survival games. I enjoy like things like Ark, I know I would enjoy Rust if I ever bothered to play it. But so I'm excited about that. The weapons bench is also where you're going to mess with things like attachments and you know all of that hoopla. You know what I'm saying? A few other things. Number 2, he mentioned things. Someone asked, I should say, Alex. I'm pretty sure that was Alex finally with the face reveal, saying that he asked on our variants, right? We have different abilities essentially, right? Like I have a katana as an example, right? And so he asked how those abilities and like variants are going to impact gameplay, right? And the reaction to that question was super funny, actually. Like on the chairs and on the couch, because they all started like looking at each other, like, "Oh my God, what do we say here?" And they essentially pawned it off. Like it's like, "Listen, dude. To be honest with you, whatever you want to do, whatever we decide to do with that is going to be what we do." But specifically, what he said is that in regards to variants, not everybody is getting one. Like that's
right.
And this confirms a lot of the stuff that you and I talked about a couple weeks ago. Not everybody is getting a variant. The founders got variants. That's the deal. And so us, our 10,000 people, he said that us variants are quote unquote going to get to peacock in lobbies. Like people are going to be able to see that we're there, and it's going to mean something. Like
It is. We are one of 10,000 people who will have a complete and total unique presence in any lobby. And that is such a good feeling, regardless of, again, regardless, like I said in the podcast, regardless of how you feel about your current variant, please remember that it does not matter in the sense of no one else in the lobby is most likely going to have what you have. It's going to be great.
I'm so stoked. I need to put, whoa, hold on. Oh, hey, bop. This is my variant, by the way, chat. There you go. And they mentioned this too. You got to remember, they made these variants before they met us. So all of these variants were made before they gave them out. Like this is, and then I end up with this one that is the exact same. Like the visor cortex is a purple 3. Do you look at this? That's my logo, dog. Come on. You know what I mean? So anyway, these variants are gonna mean something to the people that have them. Embrace it and enjoy it, no matter how rare yours is. No matter if you like quote unquote like the aesthetic or not. Like you are one of 10,000 people that will always have a presence in the lobby. People are going to know we're there and know what we are and who we are, and I'm very excited about that.
It's going to be fantastic. Mr. Hot Like Pockets. It's a great feeling. It is a great feeling. I'd like to see a take cover and mount feature. Listen, that would be... So that's actually something that I was talking about a little bit earlier while Spencer was taking a look at the talking points, because I am a competitive sweat, so I didn't pay attention to it.
And I am not, so I
would love to see a leaning feature. I would love to see lean implemented. I don't see why they wouldn't implement leaning into it, but I mean, I would love to see that. Taking cover and mounting is a very difficult thing to do for an FPS, but with that being said,
Duty figured it out.
I have well mounting, yes, but like a take cover feature for an FPS, that's a little bit different in my opinion.
Destiny figured it out.
What do you mean?
Destiny's got it.
A take cover, like you press a button and you take cover.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of like you're crouched there and you like ADS and it pulls you up over the thing, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. To be honest, I have never used that feature in Destiny, so
you never do. No one does. But Rogue has that though, doesn't it? I didn't play a lot of it.
Not sure. But kind of division is,
Rogue
yeah.
Company.
But one of the things that I would love to see is if they did implement a mount system, I would love, and this is just a pipe dream, but I would love to see them while you are mounted, like let's say that you are mounted on a corner, a corner wall, right? That goes to another hallway. I would love, while you're mounted, if you had a button to where you could roll a grenade across the floor in the direction that you're looking.
That
like
would be
be
dope.
mounted,
I'm
have
backing
cover,
you up on that
and then-
100%.
Yeah, be in cover and then be able to pull a grenade out and roll it across the floor so you don't have to fully like reveal yourself. I would love that.
Spencer, you're a gaming wizard. Thank you, Colton. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you so much.
Oh, and Spencer, by the way, I just want to say that bee hopping exists and it is now game over.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed. Bee hopping exists. There it is, baby. And that needs to stay. I'm a bee hopping fan. I always have been. I don't get the hate. I mean, I get the hate. If you're bad, you're going to hate things that make other people better, but it is what it is. Last thing that I wanted to get your thought on this. He just used some very... Dee's talked about some specific things in regards to the tower. Because they were talking about how, essentially, how sectors work. Put that up there. They've developed the idea of sectors as these massive arena-style maps, essentially, where like it could be different themes and all this other stuff, right? So like one could be a hospital theme, one could be a whole medical facility, a storage facility, an armory, or whatever, right? And a lot of these things are going to happen within those sectors. That's how the tower works. The tower is essentially a massive thing of multiple levels, and every level or two is a sector, okay? So things like buzzwords, I guess you could say, that he used were things like the tower will be where we will, quote, do our runs, try to escape, try to keep our things, try to get new things. The tower will be a place where we drop into. And so I think those are a lot of really, I mean, no one uses that kind of language on accident. It's very much on purpose. And so all of that sounds very much like, obviously, the vertical extraction that we've been talking about and he's been kind of hinting at and trying to explain. A lot of that sounds very Tarkovian to me.
Yes. God, okay, so... This is getting me excited, like, really excited. Because think about it this way, all right? We are about to have Marauders release. Right? Do you know much about Marauders?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so Marauders is Space Tarkov. Now, the thing that they are doing...
Tarkov.
Yes. The thing that they are doing is your raid starts off with you... hey, giveaway in the Discord? What are they giving away?
In the Midnight Society Discord?
Let's see. Yeah. Giveaway LA react to enter. Alrighty, entered.
I entered.
So, Marauders, essentially what they are doing is instead of just loading into the play space, you actually choose a ship that you fly around in space with, and you fight other ships and other capital ships and stuff like that. And then while one of your teammates is fighting and flying around in the ship and shooting other ships, you can use an escape pod to board the other ships. And that's what the raid is.
Is this a Sea of Thieves kind of thing? That's what that sounds like, just in space.
Kinda. You are literally boarding an enemy ship to take it over, and it is same thing as Tarkov. You go in with X amount of loot, you kill whatever you find, you loot whatever you find, and then you try to get out. So, with that being said, what it sounds like as far as the technically that you were talking about from Robert Bowling is
my boy Rob,
that we are going to be experiencing something potentially similar to that. We've already seen helicopters all over the place. We have already seen like how those look. So I'm imagining that let's go out on a wire here, okay? Let's let our imagination fly. Another screenshot comes up, makes the tower sections look massive like a farmland outdoor section. Right. No, I am very excited for the scale of this game. With how much
it's huge.
With how much I see just within this. And so, like, here's my theory, right? I think that
I'll explain it in just a second, Colton. Hold on.
I think that the tower itself here You know, like each individual bits of these are the different sectors, right? Now, again, I think it's going to be interesting because you said that it was explained. There is going to be people above you, below you, all which way, right? So that makes me think a couple things. That makes me think of a permanently active server, like the Cycle, where you can come and go as you please. Obviously, a server will start up, and that server will be there for X amount of time. But the Cycle makes it so you can stay there as long as you want to, and you are able to just continue fighting and loot however much you want. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing that comes into my mind is a what's the word I'm looking for? A persistent world, a persistent server. That's the first thing that it makes me think of. The second thing that it makes me think of is that there is going to be a large open space for you to be able to see people. There's going to be a public space, obviously, and then from there you go to your individual garage, and that's how you get to it. And you can decide what level of the tower that you enter from. If you want to go the top, the middle, the bottom, whichever, however they're going to be doing it. If they are including vehicles, then the play space, in my opinion, is going to be more than just a secluded tower. It's going to be the tower and then a bunch of things around it.
We didn't win the giveaway, by the way.
Aw, sad.
So, Kazi says the Cycle servers last 6 hours apiece, then you're kicked and they give a warning on the server shutdown. Not kicked, but they warn you so that you need to leave before it shuts down or you get kicked and lose everything you had.
Right. Kind of like Dark Zone. Yep. Gives me Tarkov and the Division vibes. I'm all for it.
I'm all for it. They pulled, they said they pulled, oh, you haven't watched any of the things. I keep forgetting. So they said essentially kind of from a storyboarding perspective on theme, it's like the 1980s, 70s, and 80s looking forward in an alternate timeline. Like that's where we're at because it's 2022.
Right, 2020B.
2022B.
2022 beta,
bad.
Probably beta, but no, not bad.
Look at that
lightning! We're already in the 2022 bad. What do you mean?
Facts. So I'm beyond stoked for what they're doing. Okay, Colton, let me explain. First of all, Colton, are you still here? Because I need to know that you're here. 6 minutes, give or take, to the 1v1ing from Scope and Hitch. The first PvP. I can't believe we're getting PvP 3 months into a game build.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, they're 1v1ing. I'm assuming it's in this game. I can't imagine that they would 1v1
What is the main stream to be watching this on?
They sent it to us in a like a locked email thing.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's not on, it's unlisted on their YouTube channel. So you have to have the link to go in. This is why you check your email.
This is exactly why I am the competitive sweat and someone else takes control of
the information. Okay, Colton, okay, let me explain. So this, if you're unfamiliar with one Dr. Disrespect, the two-time back-to-back blockbuster Tetris champion, he started a game development studio. I think it was officially founded a year ago, give or take. And they have since, the Midnight Society, been building a team of absolute monoliths in the game development community. We're talking OG developers from Modern Warfare 2, from the competitive side of things like Advanced Warfare, you know, I mean, just god-level people in our community. And he's brought them together, and they're building a vertical extraction shooter that they have now, as of today, officially named Dead Drop. Dead Drop is the first of its kind in the sense of that gameplay that you're watching of Lemon here is a game that has been developed 3 months. They have been developing this game in Unreal Engine 5 officially for 3 months.
Fuck.
Unreal.
Fuck. Shit.
Skippy
Swear words.
boy.
I apologize.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that with me.
Listen, I don't know.
So you're the one that's got the rules, Bob. That's.
You see, you would think that I have rules.
Oh, I'm sorry, the purple platform, not you, I guess. So, Colton, the whole deal, though, right, to kind of bring it all the way back. Oh, how long ago was it when they opened like the application process, Lemon?
I think it was May.
Was it May? So they sent out, or they let everybody know. Doc did, and the company did. It's like, hey, if you want to be a part of our Founders Club, then please submit your application. And you put in a bunch of stuff. You put in if you were a content creator, if you were a competitive player, a pro player, a dev, like a game dev or whatever, all of that stuff. Guess that's why they call it Unreal Engine. Nice.
I love how it's dead drop and not dead drop. Yeah, true. It is a very interesting play on words. Okay, so let me list a couple things real quick to get your opinion on them.
Okay, let me finish this real quick and I'll circle back to that.
Oh, you're good.
So about May, give or take, they opened this application process and you answered a whole bunch of questions. You connected all of your profiles for your gaming profiles, Discord, Discord, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, the whole thing, right? And they thumbed through these tens of thousands of applications and they picked 10,000 people to get a Founders Pass. And if you were selected to get a Founders Pass, you were assigned a variant,
March
which
9th?
is down here. Down there.
So it was early March.
Early March. Application process started. They picked them not too terribly long ago. The variant that you're seeing below is the one that was assigned to me. It was completely random what you got, and that guy has a purple 3 on his Cortex. It is a completely 100% one-of-a-kind unique variant, and only us 10,000 people will have them throughout the entire game. It is in an NFT form, okay? So it is in a wallet that I hold. It is completely unique and secure to me. Ultimately, you'll be able to sell them. I don't know, like that's a future thing that we can talk about at a later time. But these 10,000 people that Lemon and I are a part of, yo, what's up, Blight, are inherently linked to the game. So we have access to this first snapshot, and we'll get a snapshot every 6 weeks of this game during development. This game is 3 months old. Like the gameplay you're seeing, all the audio you're hearing is 3 months of development time. And we're getting a new build every 6 weeks. And we get to give feedback to the developers directly through events like what you're watching here, through the exclusive like bit of their Discord and all that stuff. They've completely turned the game development process up on its head. I had a guy earlier ask, are we allowed to be seeing a game this early on? And the answer before today was no, you're not. But as of today, Midnight Society has turned this thing around and they're saying, hey, here you go. You tell me what's wrong with it. And the vast majority of these 10,000 people, I know Lemon and myself from different perspectives, which is a good thing, but we're both going to be hypercritical of everything in it. And we want to rip this thing apart. It's still so early in the development process, they don't even know the end game necessarily. They just know the style that they're looking for. Can anyone join the Discord? Yes, you certainly can join the Discord. It is free. You can join it. It's I think it's in the description of like the Midnight Society Twitter, like their bio. But you will not have access to certain parts of it that variants have access to, that kind of stuff.
With how big the tower is sounding, what do you think the server cap will be? Honestly, I think that it's hard to decide right now. My gut feeling would be like 80 to 100, but with adding vehicles and other things like that, I actually think 60 to 80 would be it. Because if you really think about it, if you have vehicles flying around as well, on top of a persistent server, then having more than like 80 people, I think would be a lot. But I mean, it depends on how big the map actually is.
Yeah. One thing too, and they haven't. I said it earlier that it's confirmed because, oh my God, he gave it to us, right? But technically, vehicles haven't been confirmed. However, the way that he made it sound is that the vehicles will be the in-between. So it won't be in the tower. It will be the access from your hideout to the tower. And so I'm curious to see how that goes. But I'm with Lemon, though. The way that this sounds like these sectors are going to be fucking huge. And if they are, I would not be surprised to see an 80-person server, like, active per sector. Now, keep in mind, this will probably adjust drastically even from the time that we're actually in a server for PvP VE to the launch of the game. I'm sure that they will test those things. And listen, here's the thing when it comes to that question, like how many do you think it'll be? It will be whatever we collectively agree on as a group of 10,000. We get to decide. That's the kind of thing that they're wanting to hear from us. I can't. It's unreal.
Rate. I mean, that is above my pay grade. I am here to shoot weapons and teach you guys how to improve at this game. That is what my role is going to be in this video game.
Yeah. I don't know what tick rate the servers are going to be. However, in the patch notes, and I talked about it like early in the stream, they already have dedicated servers, which is more than literally Destiny 2, my main content game doesn't have dedicated servers.
In different solos and squads, exactly. Now, one of the things that okay, so real quick, I want you to point out 5 things for your first impressions that you think need to be looked at. Yes.
Okay. Just list them off.
Yep, just list them off.
That tap recoil situation needs fixed before the next snapshot. That's unreal. That is ridiculous. The peak thing that you're talking about, I think that needs just checked out. That may be an on-purpose situation, but that needs looked at. I would go ahead and it's almost a cop-out, but I would put optimization on that list, and it will be on my list from now until the game comes out. And the bloom that I experienced was a little severe for me, but I know it is supposed to be a survival style game. But I'm not a fan of bloom just in general. I don't care for it as a game mechanic. I think that my bullet should go where I'm pointing, just period. So.
I feel like part of that has to do with the controversy of airborne efficiency in Destiny, but I mean...
yeah, that's part of it.
Agreed.
You're absolutely right. AE, listen, AE was the dumbest thing. I'm not getting into that. God, I'm so mad. That and other than that, you know, I'm not particularly perturbed about anything right now. I'll just need to get my hands on it. I think some more. I would like the movement situation as far as like sliding, maybe. Like I want confirmation on if we're going to be able to do that. And the mounting, peaking, like that kind of gameplay loop style stuff. Like I'd like some answers on that.
So. Let's see, how much time do we have before the 1v1?
I respect the bunny hop. We're back up to 10 minutes. They keep adding time. Scope and Hitch are probably getting plastered at the bar.
Right. All right, so the 5 things that are very apparent to me is the camera angle of the hipfire and the aim down sight, because that is a very jarring thing. Like, for example, if I'm up here and I'm trying to shoot at someone and just because I'm aiming down sight now it's not happening is something that I do not enjoy. Another thing is, to me so far, there seems like a big disparity in movement speed between sprinting and jumping. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you watch my screen right now, if I go from here to the barrel to sprint, like it takes a little bit of time. The movement speed is decent, but like it's not extremely quick. But if I sprint, turn, and jump really quickly, It just like launches you, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but like while you are jumping, it just seems like you are moving so much faster than your sprint.
I officially have my 5th slot. I need that, and it's probably going to be a setting later, like down the line. The ADS like movement adjustment, as far as sensitivity goes, if I need, I have to be able to adjust that come game time.
100%. Agreed.
Because right now it feels drastic. It's 50 to 55%, I would say.
Agreed. Another thing. So that's the two things. The angle of the barrel not matching exactly what it kind of should. The movement speed disparity that it seems like. I mean, it could just be completely, you know, in your head or in my head, but it just seems like that, because if I sprint and turn and jump really quickly, I'm getting launched in that direction. Third thing is, like you said, I would like to see in the next one a individual sensitivity adjustment for aim down sight. I would love to see that. And then
I love that you guys like literally in my chat are sending me Discord messages asking me questions.
The only other thing is, personally, I feel like there is a lot of visual noise when firing aim down sight. Like, there is a lot of visual recoil.
Yeah, 3 months Picasso.
I'm not a big fan of that in video games. Only because, like, kind of to your point of, if I'm aiming at something, then I should be hitting it. I don't like how much visual recoil there is. Right, I don't like aim down sight. It's just the back sights are going all over the place. And
now, odds are, to challenge that, I think that once we get things like attachments, we'll be able to kind of mitigate that, I bet. I bet a stock would be able to mitigate that situation.
Right.
Well, okay.
I do want to know if there's fall damage. Like, truly, I want to know if there's fall damage.
I checked.
No. Like, I know right now you can jump and there's no fall damage, but I don't think that's gonna stay. I'm sorry, Tim. I'm sorry, Stone. I don't think no fall damage is gonna stay in the final game.
So there's not now, and I tested that. I can't wait to post that. If that video doesn't go viral, I'm retiring early.
Like Chad, did you just see the distance I covered with hitting that B hop successfully?
Bunny,
that is insane.
Baby. Picasso, it's been in development approximately 3 months. We don't have an exact timeline, but it can literally be no longer than 6.
That's insane, Chad.
Okay, so was that 3? Was that 3 things? You haven't got the 5 yet.
So the angle of the barrel, the aim down sight, sensitivity change,
the visual recoil.
Oh, the last one, visual recoil, individual aim down sight sensitivity, not the bunny hop per se, but the seeming difference in speed between being in air and actually being on ground.
Got it.
And then the last thing is, I want to see them allow me to sprint out of ADS, because I am trying to sprint right now, and I do not like this.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't like that it's a toggle. I imagine that will be an option, but I don't like toggle ADS.
Right. Yeah,
okay, so let me ask you this then. You can finish your answer, but I want to know 5 things that you think they are currently doing really well at, and you want to see either stay or improve on.
Okay, so the only other thing that I was gonna say is the toggle isn't a big deal, but I do agree with you on that. The actual way that the guns feel and the way that the map feels is very solid to me. Like, even with this being a survival game, I feel like I can run around and take different corners and stuff, and like, it feels very, very like Call of Duty-esque. And I know that we don't have actual PvP yet, and I know that this is just a little training area, but if this is any indication, then like, I love being able to take corners and just like sprint out, jump, get some fire down, and be able to go into cover again. And I love the way that the map is set up right now. It does not feel like there's too much open space. It feels like you can play fast, and that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, it feels
I
good.
do not like games where it forces you to have to play slow.
And that concludes the first ever Founders
Hold on.
event.
Here we go.
Oh, is it happening?
I think so. There, he's talking.
Thank you to all the variants that made the
finally
drive
have it
out,
open, so
traveled here to be with us. It's
let's-
been incredible talking to every single one of you, playing alongside, but the job is just beginning. Whether you're here going home or you're already at home, get on the website, download the build, fill out the surveys, jump into the variant-only chat, because this is just day one of a very long journey. Thank you for coming out. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Okay, they must like the build must have broke down on the 1v1 because
Mhm.
they're not doing it anymore. Yeah, that's
Yep.
the end of transmission, boys and girls.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
I'm not surprised. I mean, hell, this thing, you know.
I mean, plus with the people who are trying to get onto the servers right now and be able to do this, if they are truly servers in that respect, it probably wasn't helping much of anything.
Hits tweeted.
There we go.
Let me see.
There's my sad eyes.
Sag. I was supposed to 1v1 Scope tonight in Doc's new game, but he bailed out of fear. Optic over phase once again. Damn.
Oh, that is great, actually. I love that.
No way that Scope's gonna let that go, right?
Hey, KL Channer, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, man. That is fantastic. Like, if we are already having this type of like little competitiveness for this game,
that's
it's
incredible.
gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Dude, I'm stoked. Okay, so 5 things you think they're doing well. One is like the map design.
One is the map. The gunplay itself right now at its core is good to me. Like, it's not.
Cutting out.
Oh, hold on. I have to bring this down to windowed and then bring it down to. This is also a thing, chat. Logging into this has been very interesting for me. I have had multiple like error codes given to me trying to log into this.
Did he say, chat, that he fired 5 people or 7 already? I don't know why.
Who, Doc?
Yeah. Yeah, Jake asked him, so how good will the audio actually be? And his response was, well, let me tell you, we've already fired 7 people. So
that's great. That is actually fantastic.
That's the most doctor disrespect answer ever.
We're getting in here. We're getting in here.
Chat, I love each and every one of your beautiful faces. Thank you so much. I will go ahead and cut for tonight. Lemon and I are going to keep talking a little bit just because we're both super excited about this experience in this game. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, go follow Lemon over on the Purple platform for more of like his analysis from a competitive standpoint. I'm much more of like an information breakdown analysis of the art, how the game's going to play, all of that kind of stuff. So we both will be putting out mad amounts of content around this, around Midnight Society, around Dead Drop, and around everything that they've got going on. So make sure you follow us on all of our socials, all of that good stuff. Neither one of us are quiet individuals. So if you follow us, you're going to hear about it. Promise. I love each and every one of your beautiful faces! And I will see you in the next one. I will probably be live tomorrow, by the way, chat, for those of you who are here for things other than this. Doing some help stream, doing a help stream in Destiny for some GMs and dungeons and stuff like that. So I fully expect to have some sort of video out on this come Sunday afternoon, probably breaking down some of the stuff that we talked about here. That way more people can take a look at it and see it and all that stuff. And I will also have